So, would you like to hear what a southern person would say about them?
Average Tuesday?
Okay, let me
Friday.
respond. Southern American.
Oh.
They're just insane.
Alright.
Y'all ain't right.
Those little lads are always coming here, causing so many problems. Bless their hearts.
Silly little people think the people. Lol.
Oh, y'all need Jesus.
Oh Lord, y'all need Jesus.
The Lord can't help those kind of people.
Oh, awkward.
What's this I see in chat? Fungal
Don't
zombie?
watch it.
What?
Oh, I thought you were looking at the video.
No,
Run.
no.
Oh wait, no, he's been with this group way too long. He can't run anymore.
Nope.
Your legs are broken.
You're now in a limbo.
Did you not remember that from the last session, Oust? Your legs are now broken. They have been for a while. They're in splints. They have to push you around on a makeshift wheelchair.
It's alright. I don't attack people with weapons anyway. I'll just lay there casting fireballs. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry, guys. I got you covered.
Jerry!
It's so good to see you again.
Hey, piss off! I'm
Never
old.
mind.
I'm an old man. I don't care about nothing.
I don't care about nothing.
So if Jerry's back, has that creepy fellow Reaper returned as well?
Yet he is not back. It is sad.
Yes.
We'll find a way to bring him back.
Yes.
Don't worry. I have plans. I have many plans.
They already know about this, but I'm sorry ahead of time, Ost. I just finished, well, like, it's like the ending of some, like, sinuses issues.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be coughing a lot.
No, it's fine.
My body is, like, trying to exuberate the mucus in my throat.
Exuberate.
Make it happen. What?
I'm trying to get rid of it. It's gross, and it's not coming. Oh, it's easy. Well, let me rephrase that. It ain't easy.
Phlegm. Delicious
Phlegm is
phlegm.
Ugh.
Alright, let's see if I'm now streaming here. Let's see if I can just go ahead and give the link to my girlfriend so she can listen to me jabber on and try and kill y'all people.
I just realized that they say I smacked the tree with my dick and it exploded.
I'm not dead yet.
Wait, is that a thing? Really?
That video.
Oh. Neat.
Why would you slap a tree with your dick?
People
Well,
have
it's
weird
the point of the song. You're not my friend if you don't fuck a tree. You want to be my friend, fuck the nearest tree.
What if you don't want to be friends?
Yeah,
Oh, that's just cruel.
Why don't we be friends? Why don't we be friends?
Why can't we be friends?
No friends allowed.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's just awkward.
Hey guys, go to the bottom right of the screen and look right below Find Out What Happened to the Gods and zoom in.
Ah, yes.
Player, superstar. You've got Chris Romero,
Wait a second. Alright.
champion.
What's going on? Are we talking about our summary page over there?
Yeah.
Subliminal messaging.
Alright, who's messing with my summary page?
Go on.
Yes.
Bzzz.
It's the people who want freedom.
There will be
the
no
oppressed.
communist regimes in my game.
Who want
Somebody
Yeah.
start blasting the Soviet
There will
anthem.
be no communist regimes.
It's not
in my
communism,
game.
it's socialism.
Same
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different.
It's not a glorious revolution, it's our glorious
Okay.
revolution.
Our comrade got that right.
It's
different.
not a glorious revolution, it's our
Oh dear God in heaven.
See, Smax, what you did? You made her cough.
all your fault.
I did no such thing.
Yeah, you forbade her from.
From a communist revolution, I bid her from that and made her cough. Good.
Among other things, yeah.
I hope she chokes on her communist phlegm.
No, it's just I'm coughing because I'm allergic to all y'all's bullshit.
Oh,
Oh.
I got
I should
some.
leave the chat.
You should probably leave. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bye, if Sam. Nice knowing you, buddy.
Excuse me, does that mean you're allergic
sorry.
to the communist power of the people? Is that what you're saying?
Who, me? No, I'm not allergic to nothing.
Oh,
Oh, yes, quite fortunate that.
it's one of those cases where it's like you're allergic to cats, but you love them too much.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
it is.
It's-
Why would you eat
sucks.
cats?
What?
You eat cats?
In some parts of the world.
I mean, I
No,
know
we
that,
don't.
but oh my god, bruh.
There are people that eat cats. Yes.
I
We
know,
don't.
but bruh.
Devour a Prashka?
That's how we get rid of Proshka permanently. We eat him.
Yes. It's the solution.
You guys
I mean,
killed
that's-
him twice now. He's kind of pissed.
You
Then we'll
should
make it 3
stop
times.
coming back.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, see, you don't know anything about like his background per se, but I do. So there's a reason why you haven't seen him yet.
I was thinking just demons.
He
and stuff.
should just quite literally stop coming back if he doesn't want to get brutally murdered. Like, oh my god, learn your lesson. If you die 3 times, stop.
He allied himself with a lich, and he thought he was good, but apparently you proved him wrong there. So
Fine.
he's like, "Don't worry, this lich will fix these guys. I'll ally myself with him, and everything will be great. And he'll kill him with his power word kill, and I'll be happy."
Didn't the lich die?
Oh yeah,
He was
Morgai killed him.
Yeah, now we have to kill him again.
Yeah,
And again.
and again and again and again.
Again.
I meant not Prushka,
Put
but
it on the loop.
lich.
Yeah, you have to find his. I can't even pronounce it.
Phylactery?
Phylactery. That's the thing. Yes, you have to find that.
Horcrux?
Horcrux. Yeah, pretty much. That's
Yes,
why.
The thing that has his soul, and then kill him, he'll stay dead for good.
Pretty much.
What if
But
we
that's
do
meta
both
knowledge. Morgak
at the
has no
same
idea.
time?
Wait. What
What
do
if
I have to
we-
roll to have Morgak know that?
Even if you got a nat
Arcana.
20, even if you got a nat 20, you would still not know.
No, it's his specialty, Arcana. Come on.
Yeah.
The only thing that he'd be able to do through Arcanorc is know what a phylactery is and what it could be. That's as far as he'd be able to foresee.
That's fine.
Very well.
Wait, I'll roll nature. That'll acknowledge the nature of liches.
Damn.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, it will. Lol. Okay.
Intimidate your mind.
Maybe I should have done that. Consider.
Might have been a good idea. Yeah, that one in nature definitely helps you discern that this lich is probably made of straw.
He's
And
a
if you-
straw man.
If you caught him on fire, then that would be very effective.
What does fire not solve? I didn't check.
He has the point.
Fire can cause a lot more problems than answers, to be honest.
Depends
Why?
on what answers you search.
Depends on the area of effect that you're using it on, I would say.
Or depends on the answers you search for. If it is massive distraction,
Yeah, in a small area where everyone could get hit by it, sure.
Oh, Smex, did you hear that I had a question on the main quest?
The what? No what now?
I'm just reading the main quest. So, Darkness Risen.
Yes.
Second one down. Find younger version of Dagon Vor. Did we go into the past, or are we trying to go into?
So
Past.
what basically Chronox told you guys is that you had saved the younger version of Dagon Vor while he was not a lich. He didn't really specify who that was, but that was the biggest hint that he was able to give you, is that you've saved him in the past.
Jerry.
It
You
was
saved
the
his
pregnant
life.
Woman.
What?
You saved his life.
No.
Basically.
Oh, I totally misheard that. I thought you originally said saved his wife. W-I-F.
No, life.
Okay. That explains a lot more.
Yes, sir. So just give me one more sec. I gotta add on one more ambiance effect here, and then we can get started.
Will Zeratos be joining us?
Dome de Padre.
So,
I'll take the lack of an answer as a no.
What would you ask there?
Zertis, yes, no, probably no.
Bill,
Zeratus is a nope tonight. Yes.
Bill,
Anyone else?
I-
Maybe.
And our good old friendly Reek, unfortunately, will not be joining us either. I haven't heard from him in a
Aw.
little while, so I'm going to have to... I want to touch base with him and see if he can join
He's
the next
alive.
one. He is alive, I know he is, but he works odd hours as well, so because it being a Sunday, I don't know if he's off just relaxing or doing his own thing right now, but yeah. I'll give a talk to him.
Does Morgak still believe he's immune to magic, or
Until
Until
proven
otherwise.
otherwise, yes.
I quite literally threw a magic dagger at him.
Yeah, that's a dagger.
You got lucky.
I was just thinking it's a dagger. It's still gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Just 'cause you got the magic.
Somebody should blast him with magic missile.
He's already been hit by, like, what was it? Eldritch Blast a couple times.
Yeah.
and he-
Yeah. He thinks he just got blown back by the wind.
he shrugged it off.
Yeah, pretty
Oh my
much.
God.
It'll end so well when we go with a magic user and I go like, bring it, bitch.
I'm immune to your shit.
At him.
I
Yeah.
am too
Light of
angry
the
to
Valkyries
die.
playing in the background, and just suddenly gets cut off as
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
struck by magic missile repeatedly.
And in that moment, Morgak knew he fucked up.
Oh no.
Alright. So, continuing on, I believe you guys had left off where you were deciding to go to deeper into the mine area and take a look at the crystal mines that were going to be used for you guys to check out the crystal mines to see where all these people disappeared to. The only downside to that being that you're not entirely sure what's down there, outside the fact that some areas are, broken off and split up between sort of like no-go zones or restricted areas. Some of the things down there aren't too friendly, so yeah, it's going to be fun dealing with. Apparently my music today is not working.
Well, that's not fun.
Well, this will be a fairly easy fix because I'll just go on our good
Cheer the bot.
old-fashioned bot and get him playing wonderful music for us. If I can remember how to do this. Let's do this. No, that didn't work.
Ah, yes, the Draven mine.
Draw mine.
I know how to spell, don't judge me. There we go, let's just do
The mine
that.
that was drawn.
By
That'll do.
Dravs.
I don't even know what that's going to do, but we'll see.
Yes. Did it?
Did
No.
it even work?
No, it did not.
Oh, guess that's. You must first
Double.
be given a selection. I did, Fredbot. You're not listening to me today.
You did one.
Fred Boat, excuse me.
Must be two.
He's a
Rule of two.
he's a boat. Damn it! There we go.
Hey, Jerry, it's good to see you, boy.
He's not a dog.
Are you saying boats can't count, Smacks?
Yes, yes, I am.
Here.
That's boatist of you.
Hashtag racism for boats.
Hashtag boatism.
You'll be
Hashtag
first to
boats
die.
have rights too.
Hashtag build communism.
Exactly. No red canoes
not
in
your
my
harbor.
regime.
Hashtag not your harbor, our harbor.
Alright. So, right now you guys are back in the city. You are, what I'm presuming, to maybe start getting provisions and supplies for your journey deeper into the mines,
Yeah.
because it's going to be a long, dangerous trek.
Oh yes, Max. I want to go to the. Is there any magic supply?
Yes, sir. So the apothecary is up here.
Okay. I was thinking more about like somebody who's really really good with magic. Like some stronger.
Oh, stronger, like, wizard type individual.
Yeah.
I would say that you could ask around and see if you could find someone that's fitting that description.
I would do so.
Okay.
So I'd probably go first to the apothecary and ask them if they know about anything. Particularly somebody who knows a lot of ritual.
Okay.
It's gonna cost a pretty gold piece. A pretty platinum, really.
It seems information isn't too hard done by in this area, and the dwarves seem to be fairly forthcoming in their answers to you guys. They're quite friendly. So, if you want to maybe roll for persuasion, I guess, Hipsam, and see if you can glean some information out of this merchant here. That's not bad. So he says that he doesn't really know too many people in this area of the city that do exactly what you're asking, like ritual spells. But he does say that a paladin has come in to town fairly recently that might be of assistance for you. He says he came in with a small group of villagers that he looks to have been traveling with for a little while, and he says you could probably find him in the refugee camp, taking care of the wounded there.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arigato. And I'll go there.
All right.
Okay.
Does the apothecary have any potions for healing?
For killing?
Just in healing.
Heals.
To
Healing.
increase our collection.
Addition to my collection.
collection.
Yes, the rare potion of minor healing, which does more healing than the potion of normal healing.
Excellent.
I'll retcon that in my next game. All right.
Here's the
Stop.
thing.
It
Alright.
some are fresher than others. Okay. Some.
Fine.
We can use like, the ingredient.
I'm gonna make this a complete joke, and the whole thing is like potion of the greatest healing ever. It's like 2d4.
The most rancid ancient potion of
Yeah,
lesser
it's just
healing.
covered in dust and
78.
cobwebs, and it's not even red. It's like it's a brownish color.
Just mud.
It's just like thick mud, viscous liquid. You're just like, oh, this has been on the shelf a while. All right, so Morgak, I'll get you to do an investigation. See if you can kind of like find some healing potions for yourself.
This can only go well. Oh shit.
Oh, it did go well. So
I want
you
potions.
you're kind of like looking through the glass displays in the apothecary, pretending you know what you're looking for. And apparently you do know what you're looking for because you can read the signs on the potions. And you're just like, yeah, it's the first time reading has actually come in handy for me. And you pick up this like one potion that's it's like a nice long vial with a globe bottom. And it's got a nice fancy gold leaf stopper that's wrapped in like foil. It's like you peel it away. It's kind of like a super fresh potion. And you take it up to the apothecary guy and you ask how much it is. And he goes like, "Oh dear, buddy, you got yourself a real expensive dear potion there, boy. Oh boy, yeah.
Forgot that it's Canadian.
And yeah, fetch you there hefty price of about 200 there gold pieces there, boy.
How about one of these? And I pull out the gold bar.
Oh, holy cow, there, boy! That'll cover it pretty good, yeah. So he accepts your gold bar offer as the cost to pay for the potion.
Hey, what's the stats on this potion?
So it is labeled as the greatest, healthiest potion ever, and it'll be a 2d10 plus con.
I thought you were about to say 2d4. Like, honestly, I thought you were about to say that.
No, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. What I will be doing though is make sure that you use a lot of those potions.
Oh, okay.
Eh,
Yeah.
Alright,
okay.
I'm gonna go over to... I'm gonna tell the guys I'm gonna head over to the... whatchamacallit? Shrine.
Shrine. Okay,
Well, I
cool.
want to go too. I
Okay.
want it last.
So we're gonna delay going to the refugee camp for now?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Morgak walks out of the apothecary, everyone's gone. Wait,
What? Where'd they go?
Mordak, track.
is that survival?
I think so. Yeah. Maybe.
12.
Yeah. You kind of see them out in the distance, beelining it to the fancy little shrine in the back.
Okay, I'll follow, but slowly. You guys have your moment.
Just for fun, I want to type this in and see if I can find something. Actually, I'll keep it simple and just do this. Ah! No, that isn't what I wanted to do. See, I forgot.
I read ambulance. Ambulance.
I think the reason why it's not working is because I think they just messed with it. With
Rain
howling
and
wind.
thunderstorm sounds.
Well, I'll just do that. That's good enough.
Which one?
Wait, cozy crackling fire, 9-hour HD virtual fireplace.
There you go.
Sound, ambiance, and It's go.
There we go. Beautiful. That'll fit.
Hi, welcome to hell. Your pastries are on the right. Yay!
All I can think of is, hey, welcome to Chili's.
Which, pardon me, sir, but which circle will you be
Chili's
sitting in
uniform.
today?
I was thinking more of the vine.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need
Hi, welcome to
try
Chili.
starting the music again, or
Oh no. Unfortunately, because Roll20 deemed it proper to now turn off their ability to use the music store, all the pre-set ambience that I had in these areas is now gone. So
Rip.
I'm going to have to upload my own music. Oh, Fredbo. Oh no. This is I switched the ambience to where you guys are right now, which is the shrine. I
it's
turned
really
off the music.
quiet.
I know, right? It's spooky.
Oh, there we go. I had to bring it up to like 100.
Oh, yeah, because mine's up to 9 and I can hear just fine.
There we go.
I
There you
rarely
go.
ever have mines on.
Yeah. Either way, so you and Hivsam and we'll also say Lydia have entered into the
Owen!
fire shrine. I don't see you on Roll20, Lydia.
I got kicked out.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, 20's bitch.
yeah, it is. Ah, there you are. Perfect. Okay, so you see the shrine, but right now it looks like it's empty. Like that old tiefling fella doesn't look like he's around anywhere.
So why does the
Yo,
shrine
go
look
around
like it's for
knocking on the stove.
Horus?
It's not.
Right, the bird with the thing on its head does not symbolize Horus. I get it, completely positively not Horus.
That's a thought.
Exactly.
Sarcasm is unappreciated here. Take 5d8.
Excuse you, young lady, but if you can find me a shrine that is dedicated to a midget halfling with fiery red hair, be my guest.
Challenge accepted.
Alright, good. Carrying on.
Topic. Dwarves are Canadian. Is maple syrup something that's mined in this world?
I would say so, yes. Why would they deprive the world of Adnal of such a sweet treat? There'd be no reason to.
Except it's mined boiling hot.
Exactly. Like the lava.
Yes. That's not lava, it's maple syrup.
Exactly. It's boiling hot maple syrup. Careful, you might die happy if you fall in.
Okay.
Just like
That works good enough for me.
just dip a pancake. Are
Pancake burn then?
are we actually diving into the boiling hot maple syrup, Sam?
Of course not. No, I'll be checking if there's any
No,
magic
he's
for it.
going to cast Chill Touch first.
Oh, that's not going to help at all, considering it's
No,
actually
because
lava.
it's necrotic damage,
Yeah.
actually. A ghostly hand picks up the maple syrup.
It's like, who wants to play snowballs but with lava? Mage hand.
Ah!
Oh, that'd be
Okay.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
High
can
level snowballing.
do you want to look around the shrine and see if you can maybe like find the guy or
I'll
Sure.
go around and search for some magic. Any source of
just
magic.
any source of magic?
Yeah.
Searching around for that fellow.
Okay. So Hivsam and I'll get you guys to roll for perception, see if you can find anything.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be Arcana for...
If you're looking for something magic, yeah, I'll get you to roll for Arcana, Hivsam. So Ruben, okay. So Oust, you see the gentleman hiding around the back area. There looks to be like when you go up these steps, in the back area, there's like a little area where there's like a little cushion and some candles lit. It's like a prayer section, and you see him with his back to you, just kind of like cross-legged on one of these cushions in front of like innumerable amount of candles, just kind of like sitting there. It looks like he's meditating.
I'm just going to sit down next to him and not talk for a moment.
Okay. And while you're doing that, Hivsam, you notice that there is a glowing orb at the top of one of the statues there, and it is not giving off any heat, but it is actually quite bright.
It's a glorb.
From what you can tell, it's some source of powerful magic, but you're not entirely what it is exactly. You just know that it's
Can we
emanating a
touch
very
it?
strong aura.
Can we touch it?
You can touch it,
Probably
yeah.
not be
You
smart.
can reach up and touch it if you wanted to.
Don't touch the thermostat.
Don't touch the magic. Or... I could probably use Identify, but I think that would be stupid. Yeah, I'll go for the tiefling guy and look at him if he's...
Do it.
Do
Morgan
it.
enters and touches it. He's immune to magic.
I was gonna say, as Hivsam, you head back there. You kind of notice Morgak in the entrance. What are you doing right now, Lydia?
touching the orb.
No, I'm not touching the orb. I really want to touch the orb though. It's really shiny.
Yeah, it's shiny.
Oh no, it's charming her.
I could make you do a wisdom save, but that'd be mean.
That'd be off to a good start.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so are you just gonna follow Hivsam into the back of the shrine
Okay,
there,
Arcana
Lydia?
roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know
It-
shit.
It's a really big, bright ball that you could use to light the way of some dark tunnels. You think it'd be quite useful in your journeys down into the deep, deep areas of the
Mines of Moria.
mines. It'd be a
Say
useful.
there's a Balrog down
It'd be a
there.
useful flashlight, basically.
Yeah, it's not like we all have dark vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True facts.
Yeah.
Right there.
pretty much.
Hey,
Yeah.
where's that one human in our party? Oh shit, he's not here. Oh my god.
Well,
We don't have to worry about it now. Yay!
We have no
he's just
humans.
cripplingly drunk, stuck in that one barrel. I think.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Ori. No, he's a changeling.
I thought he was a
But
mimic.
we don't know
But
that.
we don't know that.
Yeah. Poor Rick. Yeah, I'll ask Kaust if he knows that crazy tiefling guy. But with telepathy, not with words.
Okay.
I just kind of shake my hand side to side a little bit.
I'm just
'Cause,
watching.
I mean, I can't really respond in telepathy, right?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, you can. I'll just shrug it off and sit next to you two.
Okay.
I'll wait for some reaction.
I just kind of quietly say, I want to learn more.
Okay.
Learn what?
So, with that, he
Do bear in mind,
opens
Crimson does
he
not
he
know-
opens his eyes, and you see they're just as milky as they were before. And he doesn't look at you or turn. He just says, "What would you like to learn?"
Okay, that's a bit creepy.
To understand where my magics come from, to understand what it means. Why do I have it? I need to know.
Magic doesn't come, well, it can come from anywhere, to be honest.
Yes, but if you had a chance to know from where, would you want to know?
Crimson
No.
looks at both of you and say, "What the hell are you talking about? What did I miss so far?"
So, all magic kind of runs in our blood.
So to answer several of your questions all at once, he basically just side eyes if Sam is like, that one is a warlock, is he not?
I am indeed, sir.
So for you worship your god, and your god gives you the magic that you require, yes?
In some terms, yeah. Though it's a bit complicated.
Mhm.
It goes from few sources.
And then he turns to you, Lydia, and he was like, and you believe that magic comes from within, yes?
From deep within your heart.
If only he actually sung that.
Yeah, he's not in a singy mood. He's not really a singy type of guy. He's like, so to answer your question, he says that both of you are correct. You
I
can
am making myself tea, so I'll be back.
okay. You can get your powers from a god, or you can get your powers because you're born with it. Some spend decades studying magic just to learn its secrets to try and fabricate what some can do with innate abilities. But they are charlatans compared to the ones that actually have it inside them. And you are one of those such people. You do not have to study so much as just feel it in you.
It's always been closer to fire than anything else, I suppose.
He says, like, fire is the strongest of the elements. Fire is one of the strongest of the elements. It can create life and can also destroy.
Brings life and death.
It all depends on what you do with your gift that matters. If you wish to create life, you can do many things. If you wish to destroy life, you can also wipe out entire cities with your ability.
How can I tap into it at all? I mean, I know I can do a little, but most of what I've done is just destruction. It's senseless.
Boom, burn, destroy.
I'd like to know more.
Yeah. So he says, if you sit with him and meditate, he can teach you how to control your powers a little bit better, as opposed to just focusing on brute emotion and anger to tap into it, because that can be quite dangerous. So he says if you spend like maybe an hour with him, he can give you like a little bit of help trying to harness and control your ability.
I sit down.
Okay.
And I would ask him before, they start. I would ask him, how does he know all of
I've spent many years studying with Philvin and his apprentices. It has been a long time before I've learned a lot of these things, but in the end, because my sight has now failed me, I have learned that other senses are far more important than just being able to see people physically.
And do Crimson know who Felvin is?
Roll a Arcana? Religion. Yeah, it'd be religion. I was gonna say Arcana. You have no clue.
Felvin. Who?
Something to
sorry.
do with fire, because you figure you're in a fire shrine. He mentions Felvin. It's a fire god. That's basically the best you can do.
Felvin has fell in it. It's something about air, because falling, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
The god
Wait,
of
you're a priest of a sort. Can I contact your superior?
So he looks, well, he doesn't really look at you because he's blind, but he just kind of like looks in your general direction and he says, "My only superior is my god. If you wish to meet him, you must go deep into the mines, far past any civilization, to actually dig deep and find him. If you wish to find him, it will be a treacherous journey filled with many dangers and creatures beyond your comprehension. Those are the trials you must face before you reach the internal forge, where he
I
resides."
don't know. We can be pretty imaginative.
"I admire your spunk, young one, but you have not seen what I have when I journeyed there myself on my pilgrimage. I've lost many friends."
It is good that you said it in the past tense.
So, do you have any advice for us who might go to that pilgrim?
If you wish to go on that pilgrimage, I suggest stocking up on many rations as possible, as well as making sure your blades and your minds are as sharp as they were when you entered here.
Oh boy, then we're in deep trouble. Okay, and I would ask him if I can... May I see that glowing orb thing? I would like to see, well, its properties, just to observe it. Do a tiny magic ritual, if you wouldn't mind it.
I would highly advise it against touching such an object. It would fill your mind with horrors beyond your comprehension.
Oh, that's a regular Tuesday for us, dealing with the Eldritch. Don't worry, sir.
Yeah.
I'll try my best to keep myself safe. And I would go there and cast Identify. Ritual for 10 minutes.
Alright, so you're casting Identify?
Yep. As a ritual, it does not use any spell slot. I have it in my spell book. Yada yada.
So I'm gonna make you do a dexterity check, please.
And there we go into love. Aha!
As you reach out to try and identify this particular object, you see with your magical vision, because you're so attuned with it, this invisible, almost like force kind of like form around the area where your hand is and try and throw you away. But you remove your hand before it gets a chance to fully form and push. But you feel like a huge weight just kind of smack into your hand as you try and identify it.
Nasty business.
And the priest is now gets up and stands and turns to you, Hifsam, and he's like, "Please don't touch that."
Yeah, I realized in the mean. Okay, I'll leave you here with this friend of ours. I'll go and search for that paladin. Good luck. See ya, see ya.
Okay.
I just kind of wave at him.
All right.
Yeah,
Cast
and
minor
I'll-
illusion. He's not looking to make it look like he has patchy hair.
I'll
I
consider.
grew my hair back. I grew my hair back with that lotion.
Yes. Yeah. He bought a hair growth potion.
Yeah, and I'll bring Morgak with me.
Yeah. Morgak is now. Oh, Morgak is back. I thought he was still on autopilot.
Perfect
We're good.
timing.
Yeah.
What do you do in the shrine, Morgak?
Scratching his
I was
butt.
just watching.
Yeah. So you
Go,
see.
Morgak, go.
Look at lava, tempted to jump in,
No, it's not lava. It's molten maple syrup, you see.
tempted to drink it. Yeah.
Yeah. You did see Hifsam trying to reach up on that orb to identify it because he knows it's magical. And you see his hand just kind of like get pushed backwards. And he's like, huh, probably not going to do that again.
I just realized something.
What?
Speak your
I need to find a small axe.
Oh.
Why?
Small throwable axe.
Because the one he had is gone.
All of them are gone.
Yes.
Aw.
Maybe we need to find you a returning axe.
Oh,
Okay.
and Morga, can you lend me around 150 gold?
For what?
I need to get a ritual spell, and it would cost me quite some gold.
What is
What does
the
it
spell?
do?
Well,
I'm not there. I can't talk.
according to the stuff I searched for, it can make like a dome that can protect us while we sleep and everything. It can, make other people not see us in there.
I request the cone of silence.
The
Worked
I mean,
really
it works
worked
that
really
way,
well.
but-
Yeah.
I'll get the Leo's tiny hut.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's the name. Maybe Phantom Steed if he has that. I'll get 300 gold and 12 hours.
Hmm.
I'll go with you. I need to find a small axe that I can throw at people.
Yeah, Paladin
Okay.
may have that.
And is there anything
Alright, let's go.
Lydia wants to do?
Touch the orb. Lydia.
Oh, I think she's still
She's
making tea.
making tea.
She's making tea. So we will go in
Oh, wait.
a circle. Oh,
She's
Oh, we gotta find it.
tea. Yes, she is making tea. So we'll start with Morgak and Hivsam. You guys can do your stuff. So Morgak, we'll say that you guys are now back here, and we're just going to go ahead and stop with the crackling of the stuff.
Back to them.
Back to the epic music. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have some variety. Spooky. Okay.
Skyrim.
Ooh, I like that. That's special. Okay. So you guys are now back in the city. You guys want to head towards an area that sells weapons. From what you can tell, this area doesn't really have a blacksmith, but if you, we'll say that you guys ask around and they point you towards the guards' quarters and says they probably can spare some weapons and ammunition for your quest that you guys are planning on going on. And the ritual spells would be back at the apothecary.
I think I've been to Apothecary. He mentioned Paladin.
Oh yeah, and yeah, the paladin you'd have to
refugee.
find in the refugee camp here.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay. So I'll do your thing first, Morgak. You go to the guards' quarters and you just say you're looking for some little hand axes, throwable ones. And one of the guards just kind of like looks at you and is like, "Oh, all right. I'll see what we have in our stock." And he rummages in the back for like a minute or two, and he comes out with like 3 small throwable hand axes. They might do like 1d6 damage each, and he
1d6
says,
plus strength.
"Yeah,"
You
and
nailed it.
he says, "For all 3, it'll cost you like 5 gold."
I'll trade you 2 short swords.
Okay, roll for persuasion.
Hey!
All right. He's like, oh, he looks at these short swords. He's like, "Oh, are those mithril? Here, take them."
Wait, hold on. What?
I'm a good liar, apparently.
Yep.
Remove those from my inventory and add 3.
The trade master.
Yeah. Mithril short swords, best day ever.
You guys have, like, mithril armor somewhere or something?
They say that that's going to cost you a pretty penny if you're going to get it from their armory, but none of them are selling any mithril armor right now. You might
Why
be
did
able
you
to.
say it would cost a pretty penny?
Uh,
Why
if
did you lead me on like
if they had any available that cost a lot of money. He said that if you check deeper in the mines, they might have some other people willing to sell some of their armor to you. So like the second level, the Kagrum mines in the second level, they might have some stuff that you could buy as well.
Second level of Kagrum mines, you say?
Yes. So right now you guys are on the first level. Second level is where they have all the slaves mining away at all the gems and the gold and stuff. Yeah, you guys have been there already. There's like a really big tavern area slash kind of like merchant supply store in the bottom right corner. So that's usually where all the guards go to eat, type of thing. Hipsam, you go to the refugee camp.
Yes, I do.
Yes. And after a little bit of searching, we'll say that you find a tallish gentleman wearing a winged helm, tending to some injured refugees, bandages around their head, bleeding from their arms and legs and stuff. He's casting spells over the entire lot of the people. It looks like a lot of their wounds are starting to heal slowly as he's just like waving his hand over like 5 or 6 people in a row. His armor is like glistening in the firelight. Like it is like full steel breastplate. He's got a large winged helm emblem on the chest, and this guy is like ready to fight. Like he is pimped out. He's got a great sword that's like stuck in the back of his thing as he's just like waving his hands over these people, and off to the side you see like 3 ornate daggers and like a belt filled with all sorts of like variety of things. It's like a utility belt. It's like medieval Batman, basically. Yeah.
Yay.
So he's working on these people, healing them up as you approach.
Yeah, I'll approach and ask him if he needs any help.
So he like turns to you and is like, "Oh, a friend in need. Yes, hello. Who are you? What is your name?"
I am Hipsam.
Hipsam. My name is Gunther. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he holds out this big ass hand. Like as you approach, like this guy is a lot taller than you.
I didn't know we had an action hero.
Yeah, he's a lot taller than you, but you think it's mostly from the helm that's like got wings on it. It kind of looks you like a little midget in comparison. But when he takes out his hand, it's like covered in like full plate mail armor as well, and his greaves are just like really shiny and like just buffed out. And he shakes her hand, and he's got a solid grip. Like this guy's a big guy.
Yeah.
You can't really see his face through the helm because he's got his helm down over his face. So you just see like the slit and like 2 stone, like really, really bright blue eyes just like staring back at you. But they're happy eyes. They're not
intimidating
whatsoever. It's just like a very friendly individual meeting.
And there's the
and I would compliment him like, "Well, sir, I see you have a pretty interesting helmet. I always wanted something that looks."
He says it's like, "Oh, the helmet. Yes. Well, unfortunately, you have to become part of the Valorian Guardsmen to be issued one of these babies, and you have to be working with us for quite some time, but it's definitely worth earning one, I'll tell you that much. This thing is solid." And he just kind of like clunks it against his fist against his head, and you hear a big like loud clank.
Ah, yes.
Like
I
that.
see.
Yeah, Cosmata.
Yeah, and I'll tell him. Absolutely, but I think we should hurry up. These people look really injured. And I'll go up and do whatever, bandage the people.
Okay. Roll for medicine check to see how you do.
Hey.
So you kind of like find some like dirty bandages. You're like dusting them off, and you're like wrapping them around the legs of some of these people. And your friend Gunther comes over and is like, "Ah, lad, I appreciate the help, but unfortunately you're kind of doing it a little bit off. Here, let me show you here." And he takes the bandages like, these not so good anymore. These are old. He just throws it off the side. He's like, takes open a pouch and like removes like a long strand of like thread. Or not thread, but a bandage, and he wraps it around the individual's leg. He shows you how to tie it off. He pins it with some needles that he's got on hand with him, and he turns to you and is like, "Now, do you know healing word, young man?"
Unfortunately, I'm dealing with different kinds of magic, which is the reason I came here, searching for you. I've been told that you are pretty good with some ritual spells.
Ah, yes, many healing ritual spells I am very, very good at. I can even summon makeshift tents as well, just in case there's a requirement of such a need.
That would be really interesting. Can you, like, write me up what exactly you can do, if you have time, of course, so I can see. I'm a scholar of a sort, and I can write them up and use them in the recent future, you know, for basic needs of helping people and such.
Roll for persuasion.
Come on! Wah.
He says, "Ah, you seem on the up and up, young man. No problem. I can write you something up in about an hour. Just give me some time. I'm gonna finish helping out these young folks here, and I'll get right back to you with a ritual spell to help out your needs there. What exactly were you looking for?"
Well, I'm looking for, well, a spell that can post us protection from the weather and such, you know, something like a temporarily protection
I'm
tent.
back,
I saw it, a friend of mine had that. I think it's called Tiny Hut of Leomund or something. Oh, and Summoning Steed. I think I saw that spell somewhere once.
Oh, you're
Phantom
definitely
Steed.
the Phantom Steed. Yes, rituals for that. Well, I might be able to write up one for you in the next hour or so. Which one would you prefer the most, do you think?
Well, Tiny Hut would be preferable now. Oh, and actually, I would need to write it up because my book, you know, requires a special type of writing to do that. And I would bring materials if you are willing to. You'll dictate and I'll write. It will take us some time, but yeah.
Ah, that sounds like a plan. If you bring me the materials, I can put something together for you. All I really need, to be honest, is a small crystal bead. If you can find one of those, then we can get started on making this ritual for you.
All right, I'll go and get up some of that if Apothecary has.
Okay. So you bid your super knight a farewell as he goes back to his work of healing these people. Let's see. I think Lydia wanted to do something too, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. There's a lot of conversations we've had.
Yeah. The last conversation we had previously is you were looking to maybe get some information. Specific information I wasn't sure of, but I remember you wanted to tap into your sort of like little spy network that you're associated with. What exactly were you going to ask information on?
More information on the ones that decided to do the attack.
So, more information on the cult that did the attack. So, the Blighted specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
It was that and her attack, and her personal attack as well.
Your personal attack.
Yes. That one.
The attack that happened to you and your comrades in arms, yeah? Oh, okay, I got you. All right. Let's see. How about I'll get you to roll an investigation check, because I think that might be pretty close to what we're looking for here. Because you're trying to find information through your spy network. I'll give you advantage on it as well, considering you're part of that network itself. It's a good thing I did. So you kind of like ask around the refugee camp, and it just so happens you run into an individual who heard from a friend, who heard from another friend, about the Cult of the Blighted. Their attack on Arethel seems to have been going fairly well, considering they allied themselves with very squiggly individuals and they are laying waste to the entire Elvish Empire at this moment in time. The reason you were attacked is so they can create a foothold in the swamp, and to have anyone avoid that thwarting their plans. So it seems like the Blighted knew of your plan already, and this leads you to believe that there is possibly a traitor in your group that gave that information to the Blighted to give them advantage against your own people. Which of course caused the deaths of several of your companions, basically leaving you and your original leader the only survivors. So, out of that role, you have gleaned that much information.
Oh boy, I'm gonna get assassinated.
I don't know. Wait until you wake up, dude.
Yeah. If he wakes up, then he'll know if he got assassinated or not. Hey, I didn't wake up. I did get killed. Oh, shoot. Disappointing. So, Hivsam, you go to the apothecary and you ask for a crystal bead, and the apothecary says,
I do.
yes. And the apothecary goes to you and says, "Oh, there, boy, I got one right up here for you there, chummo." And he, like, takes down a small little vial. It's got a nice, shiny little crystal bead in it. And he says, like, "That'll cost you about 25 gold pieces there, fella."
Of course, I have 60, so that would cover. Thank you, kind sir.
Oh,
Mine is just 25 gold.
you're most welcome. You sure you don't want some maple syrup lollipops to go along with that? Give one for free just to try there.
For how much?
Oh, for free, because you bought that crystal bead. It comes with $25
thank you.
or more purchase there. So he removes it, and it's in the shape of a weird pointy leaf. It's got like 9 points on it, all kind of like fanned out. You're not entirely sure what it is, but he just hands it to you. He's like, "Enjoy!"
Thank you, kind sir. I'll recommend you everywhere.
You didn't spend 25. Oh, actually, no.
He spent 200.
He spent 200. Well, you didn't ask for a lollipop.
No, they come.
Remember this.
They come as a
Puts
commodity.
Morgag in front of things.
Dwarves are racist against orcs.
Remember this.
Morgag. Hides lollipop.
Turns into a Pokemon. Morgag.
That'd be intimidating.
Morgak, use cleave.
It's super effective. Alright, and we're going to go back to... Oh, Oust, I believe, is eating currently, if I'm not
I am
mistaken.
back.
Oh, hello. So now we're going to go back to you, young man, and the shrine. We'll say 45 minutes to an hour has passed. You guys have done your own thing, talking, investigating, getting components together. So the gentleman turns to you, the priest, and he asks you to hold out your hand.
I do so.
So he dips his hand into a small stream of lava, and he cups some lava in his hand.
And you get maple syrup.
And
Transmutation.
And he blows on it closely with his mouth, and then he closes his two hands together, and he kind of rubs it together, and it forms what looks to be a molten ball. And he, with one hand outstretched, he uses the other hand, he pulls it back near to his face, and he spreads out his hand, and the molten ball starts to lift out of the air, and as he moves his hand, he moves the molten ball towards your hand, and he says, "Keep your hand there, concentrate, close your eyes, and try and make this ball float."
Use the force.
So he says he's gonna let he's gonna let go, but he's gonna make sure he doesn't like burn through your hand. So he's gonna keep an eye on it. But he says, try and make this float. So you make an Arcana check and see if you can make the molten ball float.
Arcana. Okay.
Yes, please.
Well, what's Morgak typing?
Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
Yes!
Ah!
Yes!
So,
Lightsaber. Progress.
you close your eyes, and you're really nervous because beads of sweat are coming down your face, and you're like, God, don't burn through my hand, don't burn through my hand. Do it. And you hear him go, ah, excellent. And you kind of like squint open one eye, and you're like, oh, shit! It's like floating like 3 inches above your hand, and he's like, okay, now that you can make it float, he wants you to try and move it. So he wants you to take out your other hand and do exactly what he was doing. So you put it near your face and you spread out the fingers and you try and move the orb back to his hand. So he's outstretched his hand. He wants you to move that orb back over to his hand. So try that. Okay. Do another Arcana. Okay. So you have your hand out and you have your fingers splayed out like he did.
Utilize my wild magic. Throw in a d4.
Okay, throw in a d4.
Aw, 14.
14. So it's a little wobbly, but you managed to kind of like a little unsteadily kind of like float it back, so it's going up and down a little bit. It's like shaking, but he manages to catch it with his hand, and he drops the molten orb into the lava slowly, so it doesn't splash. And he says, "That was an excellent first try. You are learning quite a bit. Keep practicing like that, and you will have control over your inner ability of fire.
Much to learn, you still have.
It is possible that you might even be able to transform into something much stronger than you actually are right now. But that will be given much practice and time."
Yes.
And with that, you got your blue belt. Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
Hopefully you get your black belt in... Yeah, no one knows what you did.
I ask him if there's a way I can practice anywhere I go.
So he says, deeper in the Dwarven mines, there are pools of lava that you can definitely practice with. He suggests maybe manipulating fire for now. Because if you have like a torch with you, he just says like you can make the flame go higher or lower or side to side. Like practice that. That orb, that molten orb, was like next level shit compared to like fire manipulation. He just wants you to start a little bit small because he knows you're a little unsteady on that movement. So he figures if you just like try and make a flame slightly larger, slightly smaller, or like wave it side to side on your torch, just like kind of fiddle around with that for now, you get some good practice in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Mm-hmm. I thank him.
And he just nods and waves goodbye.
Alright.
So, returning to the rest of the group. So I believe you got your crystal bead there, Hivsam.
And happily running back to the paladin guy.
Yes.
Super Knight.
Super Knight. So you go back to Super Knight, and he looks like he's done healing up as best as he can. He's kind of just like resting by the fire. He's got like a stick of one of the biggest sausages you've ever seen on the end of it, and he's kind of like turning it over in the fire, cooking it. He's got his helmet off, and he's got platinum blonde hair with a lot of gray streaks through it. And he's got his back
And
turned to you.
blue eyes.
And blue
Jawline?
eyes. Yeah.
Jawline.
Jawline? Chiseled as fuck.
Ooh, ooh, boy.
Think Bruce Campbell chiseled. If chins could kill, he'd murder an entire horde of goblins with this bitch. I'll tell you.
So, got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's basically an Adonis, but like a retired Adonis, sort of. This is like if Hercules was like 65 and was done wrestling with hydras.
Wrestling with the lions, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lions and hydras.
So I'll approach carefully to the Ubermensch and tell him, sir, I've got the beads.
So he stands up, sticks his stick into the ground, shoves it down, a good foot actually, with one swift movement. He turns around, and when you see him turn around, it's like one of those slow motion hair flips. It's like,
And
A
that moment,
cantrip.
And
Yeah.
nearby women start.
you hear a collective coming from the distance.
and a couple of roll eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes.
Yep. And you see his platinum blonde hair, grayed from age, glisten in the firelight, and you're taken aback by this man's abnormally good looks, considering how old he is. But he just like blinks at you slowly, and then time speeds up to normal, and then he just takes the vial out of your hand. It's like, excellent.
Didn't we already ask what Hifsham's sexuality was?
I don't think we did.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
I won't make him do that. It's funny though. So it's like, excellent. I can get started on this right away. And he reaches into his back pouch, one of the bigger ones, and flips open a button and pulls out some parchment and gets from his side a quill pen and inkwell. And he just kind of pulls over a wooden table and starts scrawling on the parchment some symbols that you don't really recognize, but he basically
read them.
But you can read them, yes. So it looks like he's writing up a ritual spell for the tiny hut for you. So as he does that, he says, this is a gift from him to you. You don't have to pay him for anything because you paid for the components, so that was good enough for him. He says just to be sure to give it enough room before you summon it, because it may be a tiny hut, but you're going to need, at the very least, a 10-foot radius, maybe more, to make sure you're not, like, you know, injuring yourself or others as you create this hut for them. So, yeah. He just warns you, like, don't do it in close spaces, because that could be bad.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you now have the tiny hut ritual spell.
I'll Google it up and. Oh yeah, and I'll ask him if he has time for a phantom steed. He should not over-exaggerate himself. I mean,
Overexert.
Overexert himself, yes.
exert. I'm sorry.
So he says at the moment he's kind of expelled a lot of his magic for the day. He's going to need to rest to recharge. So perhaps in a day or two he could help you with the Phantom Steed later. But as of right now,
Yeah, I'll tell
he's
him
resting
I'll
up.
might be
Yeah.
moving around.
It looks like this guy's been working really hard to fix up these refugees that have come into camp. And more keep coming in as well. So he's got his hands full.
Did you get the
Yeah.
whisper I sent you?
That I have to check because I've just been focusing on the map. But yes, I see it right here. Boop-a-doo. Oh, that's pretty. I like the
Sunday.
second picture. That is nice. Mm-hmm.
You told me to find you fire temples, but I was talking about the one I gave you on Roll20.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Oh, right. That whisper.
Sweet.
Yeah. Right now, you didn't hear anything in regards to that.
Alright.
Yeah. All you know is that somebody betrayed your group, and that's why you got wiped out. Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you head deeper into the mines?
You see,
I'll find a pickaxe that's just lying around and take it.
just take it.
It looks like you'd have to go to level 2 for that. because there's no pickaxes up here. That's all in the mining area.
I'm gonna go
Kind of
buy
dwarves are
some
these?
torches, I think.
You're gonna go find
I'm going
what?
to the tavern.
1 second. I need to see.
Time for hookups.
All right.
Oh no, never mind. I already have torches. We're all good.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, rations. We might need rations.
Yes, they did
Nerd.
mention that. Ner.
Wait, are we trying to go god hunting as
Fair.
well?
Go what hunting?
God hunting?
In the mines? I don't think so.
Well, the gentleman, the priest, did mention that if you did want to go on that pilgrimage to find Felvin, you'd have to go very deep underground and try and find the Eternal Forge. But he did warn it's a very treacherous path filled with many creatures and dangers that...
Dude, we're already doing that. to
Yeah, I
find
know.
this
Basically
dude's
going
son.
there.
Yeah, you're basically
if
going
we
there
have-
too, so...
If he happens, like, on the way, maybe. But otherwise, me.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll just make it simple. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
After we solve your fucking
5
family
of us.
problem,
How much is a rat? Next.
How much is a ration? The cost?
Yeah.
We'll say what type of ration you want. It's 2 gold for a shitty one and 5 gold for a decent one. And that's a pound of food. Yeah, that's
For real.
a pound
You'll
of
take a fresh or...
depends. Like, I'll give you a little insight. The 2 gold piece ones, not the freshest. The 5 gold piece ones, as fresh as you're going to get in a underground city. Yeah. So you got a 2 and a 5. The reason that it's so expensive is because, well, the half this continent is under siege, so there isn't a lot of trading going on right now. It's kind of halted. Luckily for the dwarves, they have more than enough stuff to mine for their weapons, because they get steel and iron ore as well. So they can make weapons, but as for food, provisions, and all the stuff, these refugees are starting to pile up, and they're starting to be very taxing on the city itself, because they only have enough food to go around for so long before things start getting a little cannibalistic.
and in that moment, I am very grateful that I bought probably what I thought would be the most useless item ever.
Goodberry?
No, everlasting rations.
Oh, good idea. So basically,
Okay.
like, dry
Buy
out
a
some
week's
jerky.
worth of rations, the 2 gold's worth, and for 5, so that's 70 gold pieces.
I
So-
mean,
A week's worth,
It did-
7. Actually, it'd be
5,
for 5. Yeah. So that.
5 times 2 times 7, that's 70.
Yep.
it was a very expensive purchase, but it was worth it.
So put
So it's like
in.
35 rations.
So if you're getting the cheapest, then that means just put in old rations as the description.
Soon we're going to have to start killing the rats and bats down here.
You could probably do some hunting in the mines, yeah, for things that go slither in the night.
That are
Yeah.
slightly edible.
Slightly
I was
edible.
saying,
I'd
keep
expect
on
more
burning through
oozes than
organics
anything
emergency
else,
rations
so-
before actual rations, so...
Yeah.
I'd
Probably.
imagine we'd end up getting more oozes than anything else, so slimes.
Well, if you guys got toast, you got jelly to put on that toast now.
Out of character, does anybody have create water?
No.
No.
I'm gonna have to carry around like a fucking jug of water.
Yes.
For a barrel of water.
Maybe I should have taken Purify Water Ritual. Oh well.
How much for a barrel of water specs?
A barrel of water, we'll say, because they have a fresh river running through it, is not that expensive. We'll say a barrel of water is going to cost you like 3 gold.
How much in copper?
In copper? Let's see
Yeah.
what the exchange rate of copper to gold is.
I have 102 copper that I'm never gonna spend, so...
That's like a silver.
See. Okay.
into-
It's like a gold.
That's like
It's-
a gold, yeah. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, so... What was it?
So, 300 copper for the barrel,
A
technically.
gold piece is 10 silver. Each silver piece is 10 copper. So how much copper did you have?
I only have 102.
102.
So gold.
You know what I should do with copper is just use
It-
it as an improvised weapon. Just put it in a bag and shove it.
Yeah,
That's
put
how
it
useless
between
it
your
is.
fingers and scratch. And hence the fist punch.
Alright, so it's 3 gold per barrel, so I'll just buy 2 barrels, throw that in the bag of holding, so that's 6 gold overall.
Yeah, you can just convert it.
Okay.
I'll let you get away with that
Oh,
because
no.
yeah, like 100 copper is like 1 gold piece.
No, I want to carry it around just so I can throw it at peasants.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You'll be known as Morgak the Benevolent.
The benevolent work.
No longer the Skull Crumper, Morgak the Benevolent Skull Crumper.
So, are we all meeting up at the tavern? Or...
I want to tune to Staff of Withers. Or at least a try.
Okay. So we'll say Lydia's at the tavern. Morgak's at the tavern because he's purchasing rations and stuff. That's where you're guys gonna get it. Oust, are you at the tavern as well?
Yeah, sure.
And Hifsam, are you going to be at the tavern trying to attune to this deadly scepter?
Aye.
Okay. So go ahead and try to...
Candle at the table that we're sitting at.
Yeah, we'll say that there's several candles. They're candelabras attached to the walls. Candelabra. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Candelabra? Candelabro? Like...
Calendabras.
Candelabras. Leviosa. Okay. Yeah, so candelabras.
Candelabras.
Candelabras. Yeah, so...
Candelabra?
Candelabra.
Alright.
I shall mess with fire.
So Hifsam, which
I
one are
will
you
bet.
attuning to? Which one were
To
you
Staff
attuning to?
of Wither. I already
Staff of
tuned
Wither.
to Staff first one.
Right. Okay. So, the candles start to flicker and draw towards where you are, Hifsam, and a couple of them kind of snuff out a bit.
Hey.
And you're holding the staff, and you look at your hand, and it starts from the staff. It starts to grow a black mist around your hand, and you see your hand. The mist slowly dissipate, and as it does so, you can see your skeleton hand. The skeleton of your hand just kind of like show up around the handle of the scepter, and then immediately you blink, and it goes back to like flesh, and you're like, "Huh, oh, that was close." And you feel like the scepter is now attuned to your magical aura, so you can use this safely without any necessary backfires.
Yay, so I can swing the stick at the bad people.
There you go.
Okay.
And I know Lydia wanted to start picking up some people, was it?
Wow.
Yes.
Get your own room.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do
She
here.
needs to
So you
dance
need
and
someone
karaoke.
Okay.
Swindle. We're gonna go with swindle.
Yes.
Sam would go outside not wanting to watch that.
And just make a tiny hut.
Make a tiny hut.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try and relight the candles by making the fire bounce from one candle to another one.
Roll for Arcana, please. We'll say
You
that
burn
you
the tavern.
we'll say that you managed to light a couple of candles moving from one fire to the other. It looks like as you do it, the flame grows 2 little feet and it hops to the next candle, and then hops to the next one, and then it just sits down, and it's like the feet disappear, and now they're all lit again. I'm going.
Does anyone notice that?
I was actually about to see if anyone does notice that in the tavern, just for funsies. Nah, people are too busy drinking and having fun with their gambling to notice that you're messing with fire. So
Isn't there like a control fire cantrip?
it's possible. I haven't looked
There
that
is.
up, but I think there's one that controls water for sure.
Let me see. I think there's an actual. Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't there? Control.
Control flames.
Sacred flame, no.
I thought there was a
Control flames is a transmutation, causes one action instantaneous or 1 hour. See below. Xanathar's Guide to Everything. That's a fairly new spell. They don't have it in the core, but they have Xanathar. So
I have that book somewhere. I'll look over it.
So you managed to find a gentleman of your stature, Lydia, and you go to persuade him to what?
Holy shit, that's a big motherfucker. It's like roll 1, you succeed.
Who is your soon-to-be victim?
In what fashion?
Well, you were rolling for persuasion. What were you trying to persuade and who?
Trying to persuade someone.
Yes.
That's pretty high persuasion. Mm-hmm.
Can roll a 33. Disgusting.
Yeah, no. You gotta roll a lot higher than 33 to persuade a god.
To cluck like a chicken.
Yeah. So what exactly were you trying to do, Lydia? You're at the bar, you're looking for a young gentleman to talk to and hang out with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Add a couple of
So who exactly are you looking for? Any particular individual or type of person?
Humans, tall, who aren't afraid of some coins going loose as well.
Oh, okay. So only Hivsam would know this individual because he's the only one that met him. But you see a very bulky, tall gentleman with a very chiseled chin sitting at the bar, pounding back tankard after tankard of beer, and he's got his winged helm sitting next to him on the ground. And you notice his platinum blonde hair with just wisps of gray, and you're just like, oh, this will be a good mark.
Maxie.
What?
A good man, you would do that.
I'm not doing it, she is. And he's literally the only human in the bar, because it's mostly freaking dwarves.
Dwarves aren't your type. They're sturdy, but they definitely overcompensate.
Yep, they do.
At this point, I think Morgak walks back to the table and starts talking like, okay, I've got the rations and we're ready to go. I think we can spend a week. What is she doing?
I think
Go away, Morgak. This is not safe thing.
Hivsam and Oust, didn't you say you were out making a tent? Oh, Oust is...
I was sitting at the table messing with fire.
Yeah, so Oust is messing with fire. Hivsam, you're not there right now. You're out making your tent.
Oh, yeah.
You have no
Not a
idea.
tent, a magic dough.
Oh, yeah, you're practicing.
Oust, are we ready to go?
I just kind of... gosh, what's your character's name? Awen?
Awen?
Awen,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I don't think she is.
I
You-
can be persuasive. That is what I have learned.
Now we're going from
Why
benevolent...
persuade when you can intimidate Morgak?
I was going to say, now we're going from Morgak the benevolent to Morgak the cockblocker.
That was my intention from the beginning.
Begin.
Maxie, in the meantime, did I make the hut?
I'm older than you.
Roll for Arcana and see if you do, Hivsam. I want to see if you're attuned to your nice, brand new spanking ritual here.
Do I have to?
I don't think you attune to a ritual, do you?
No,
Wait.
I don't. Hold on.
it's
It lasts for 8 hours.
It's just a successful thing.
Oh yeah, you target yourself. So yeah, we'll say that you spread out your hand and you say the magic words, and
But
poof!
where in the town do you place it?
I'm assuming just outside the tavern.
Yeah, in front of it.
Yeah, in front of it. So you have like
And
your
after-
tiny hut, just 10-foot radius hut, just materialize.
And I would jump inside back to the tavern and start screaming at Morgak. I did it! Come see my tiny hut of Leomund.
I'm gonna really hear you.
Wait, you're rolling for cock
Oh
block?
shit, I heard that.
Yeah, you did. You heard him.
That means he's ready to go. I'm gonna go grab Owen.
Okay.
Literally pick her up and drag her outside.
So
Owen, we're moving.
before you get there, Morgak, she was about to do something, I believe.
Yes, sorry.
So, what were you
Very
going to do,
flirtatiously.
Arwen?
Dodge.
You notice your mark. What do you do?
I
Notice
walk
your mark.
over and like
No. No.
I want to see how this pans out.
Also, here's that one spell description.
Perfect.
You too.
you know, this is fantastic. Like just getting done being semi-sick.
Hmm.
Walks over and like places his arm on the other shoulder and kind of like slides into the side. Hello there, good sir. How are you?
So he turns to you and is like, "Ah, miss! How are you today? I am fantastic. Can I buy you a drink?"
And you will hear from outside Gravesam screaming, I made a tiny hut that can go blue and white and
Why not? Why not we test out what he's produced?
Okay, so roll for persuasion.
33.
33.
I'll crit
We
anytime.
laugh.
Natural
No,
one.
which is why.
Natural one. Come on.
Dude, I'm not gonna get a natural one with expertise. We all know this.
That
You
doesn't
tempt
affect
fate.
it at all.
I'm gonna see how, because this guy's been pounding back tankers, but he could take the beer. He's not quite drunk. He's a little tipsy though. So
Oh god.
it is not going to matter at all. So he just kind of like leans over with his like elbow on the counter and almost kind of slips off a little because he's a bit tipsy. He's like, "Well, aren't you the saucy little minx?" And he's just like, "Yes, let's." And he gets up and his armor clanks as he gets up. He reaches down to pick up his helm and he just kind of like haphazardly tosses it on his head. And he holds out his arm, sort of like hooks it, and do you take his arm?
Yes, I take his arm.
Okay. Alright, so Morgak, you see her easily convince this gentleman to go with her. No problem, no questions asked whatsoever. And what do you do? Because now they're like arm in arm, and he's about to take her outside the
I'm just
tavern.
gonna see if I realize what's going on. Oh,
Okay.
Fucking hell, can I roll? Whoa!
Yes, you're pretty sure that her intent is not as noble as you'd like to think with this gentleman.
God damn it. Morgak approaches. Owen, we're moving.
Oh boy, you'll see a fight of
And
Ubermen.
the paladin is just like looks at Morgak, a little flabbergasted, is like, "My God, I haven't seen an orc in ages. You're a big fella. Is this a friend of yours, Arwen?"
You know, him saying that kind of makes me think, is he saying it flirtatiously or?
No, it's a compliment. It's a compliment.
Morgak doesn't see this guy as much of a threat. He's killed many paladins.
Does Morgak? It's a compliment.
But Morgak, he's got his helmet on, so what you hear is. And he's like, "Oh!" He opens up his Helm is like, I said you look like one of the biggest orcs I've ever seen. I was asking Arwen if this is a friend of hers.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance, yes, of course. We were just about to head to my quarters. Would you like to join us for a drink later, sir?
No, we got things to do.
Oh, that's a shame. We just got here.
I have more important tasks at hand.
Morgak,
Are you with
sweetheart.
us, or are you gonna stay here and flirt more?
Morgak, give me at least 20 minutes and I'll be on my way.
I'm wondering if we actually have 20 minutes, or if I can continue to just.
Alright, roll for damage.
Roll for damage.
Okay, how could you do a self-slap? Why not? Why not? Just for fun.
Wait,
I don't believe seeing.
wait, what just happened? Time out.
So, if Sam enters the tavern, he's like, why is nobody coming to see my hut? And he's like, bro?
2 damage.
Watching you, like, hand in hand, just kind of, like, hanging off this big paladin guy, getting all, like, flirty.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay. Please repeat what happened slowly because I got disconnected.
Okay, so, Hiv Sam enters into the tavern, and he's like, why is nobody coming to see my hut? And then he sees you arm in arm with the paladin, and his jaw just drops, and he smacks himself in the face for 2 damage.
With a natural 20.
The natural 20. He's like,
Close enough.
the face palmed. Yeah.
I think he broke his nose.
Nah, he didn't break his nose. It's only 2 damage. Besides,
Nice little bruise.
his nose is already crooked. It's fine. If anything, he
Might
probably would have fixed it.
increased
Yeah.
Charisma by 1.
It's
Like I
okay.
said.
He's got his mask. He can turn himself into anybody.
Like I said before, just 20 minutes. That's all I ask.
When we don't
You
care.
ask for what?
I want,
Yes, but
Morgak, roll for intimidation, please.
I was actually gonna. I want to hear what she says first.
Oh,
and I was
okay,
gonna
okay.
say something.
Alright.
20 minutes is all I ask.
When every minute we spend up here is another minute my son could be dead.
Roll for persuasion, Morgak, with advantage, please.
2.
2. Somebody slapped. Oh my god!
The one time.
Triple self-slap.
Oh shit, Sam, what are you doing, man?
this is not real. I fail to. This is some Hastur's illusion. Pain is the best way to step myself out.
Intensive self-slap. That's just smacking himself like, I am asleep! I am asleep! This is a dream! This is a dream!
Happened one.
So...
Well,
I'm...
I don't know. In terms of rules, I don't think I win this.
So I'm going to give Arwen disadvantage on this just because that was a good argument, but because you rolled so low, likelihood of she's gonna probably beat it. But we're gonna give it a shot. So,
If, since you won the roll, if you're gonna go and spend your 20 minutes, I guess there's nothing we can do. I just have my. But if
Looks
Sam
like
no,
it's no lightsaber for Alwyn.
Morgak, I'll believe you. But I hope I will snap out of pretty close, pretty soon.
Come on, Morgak.
that's okay.
She has
Yeah.
her priorities straight, I guess.
Yeah. So you guys all want to leave now and get prepared to go, and then she'll do her 20 minutes of whatever. Yeah.
Sounds good.
if you're not. Oh, what's the location we need to be over? Has to go down.
You guys got to be in the second level of Kagra Mines, heading to the Crystal Caverns. Very
You're not
shortly.
down at the second level in 20 minutes. We're leaving without you. And Morgak walks away.
Okay. So, the gentleman on your arm goes to you, is like, well, he's a saucy fellow. Don't worry, my dear. If anything's going to attack this town, I'm your man. I'll take care of everybody here. Nothing get past me. And he kind of winks at you.
Why, thank you.
Okay. So, you guys go back to his quarters. What exactly is your plan? Did you want to, like, distract him while you rummage through his things, or how's this going to go down?
Sex, then payment, and then leave.
Oh, okay. So with any act as such, I get you to roll a con save versus his con save.
All right.
Ah, nope, didn't want to do that. Shoot. Why does it even have that button? Hold on, I gotta pop back in here.
Button, who's got the button?
I'll still see your con save, so it's fine. His constitution's gonna be decently high.
Yeah, it's still a pretty good save.
We shall see how this goes down.
No.
Okay. Ooh, that is pretty good. All right. We'll do that. Yeah. Sorry, gotta give it a minute here. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. We got a.
Oh.
So you're keeping up with him, but he's wearing you out.
Fall for your feminine wiles.
I will get you to do one more con save, please. Compared to his. I'm just
More than 20 minutes passed.
Oof.
Oh.
Oof.
Let's hope he rolls a. Oh!
Oh! Okay.
You know what? Free of charge.
You're just like, this is the best you've had in probably 50 years? You're just like, okay, I think I'm good here. Yes, he's the machine. I am the machine.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The man, the machine, the legend.
So you are sweaty and flustered as you redress yourself, and he says he's looking forward to meeting you later on, once you're done your little quest. He might decide to tag along once his duties are done here, maybe find you down there somewhere. But right now he's got to get back to work with the refugees and help fix them up. But yeah.
Paladins always being
How much
righteous.
time has passed?
So that was probably an hour.
Okay, we left her behind. Agreed? Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't like being that guy, but.
We're that guy.
Well, where's a well?
Shit.
There is no well. There is a river that leads into an unknown location here, unless you want to take the quick way. You don't know where it goes, but hey, that could be fun. Natural water slide.
Balrog pit.
Right into the sewage system.
Oh no.
Dude, I had to get through the sewage system to come out of the well anyway.
This is true.
That's the place
She
where
already
those
smells
slaves.
terrible anyway, it's fine.
Dude, I have precipitation, bitch.
She smells like lilac and potpourri at all times.
Exactly.
Never that. Damn.
That's why the enemies find her so easily.
Is
I
she
can't-
more of a liability? Or...
You smell that, Gorkak? It smells like lavender. She's here. She's here.
The well lady, it's her!
Run! She'll kill us all.
With her dagger.
As
It
her
comes from the
libido.
well.
I don't want to be covered in sparkles and smell like strawberry shortcake again.
Not again.
Not again.
Okay, so
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Okay, so while she
Time
was,
skip.
yeah, well, we're gonna go do a time skip to you guys. We're gonna
Well,
go ahead and
go back in time, rather.
yes, go back in time to what you guys were up to. So while she's going ahead on her little expedition of self-discovery, what do you guys decide to do in the second level of the mines here?
I would like to find
How can we?
and possibly armor.
You'd like to find... I heard the armor part.
Armor and a pickaxe.
And a pickaxe. Okay. So, Morgak, roll for perception and see if you can find armor and a pickaxe.
Oh, okay.
Okay. In the meantime, I want to
Just keep making
transform
tiny
myself
huts everywhere.
into.
It's immovable.
I want to transform myself with the mask into that guy who's in charge here, the foreman.
The foreman. Okay.
Yeah.
So, first I'll start with
Oh
Morgak
yeah, and
here.
before that, remove regular clothes and go for the dwarven one. You know, I don't want to destroy.
Well,
Okay.
put the mask on while you don't have clothes on. I don't think the dwarven stuff will fit you on anyway, like at all, before that.
As long as a humanoid form, he can...
No, I'll go naked and then dress up. You know.
Oh, wait, so we just
Works.
watch Sam take off his clothes, throw on a mask, turn into a dwarf, and put on clothes.
Like on... Yep, that's the process.
Okay, so I'm going to do with Morgak first, because that's a lot to process. Yeah. So Morgak, you head to the smithy, the workshop area, and you find the nearest blacksmith, and you ask him if he has any mithril armor. So he looks at you and he says he might have some in the back, so he goes and checks. As he does so, you do see some pickaxes just kind of lying around. You could just go ahead and take one if you want to.
Yeah, I'll just throw it in the bag holding.
Okay, so I'll get you to roll sleight of hand while he's looking for your
Yes.
mithril armor.
That
Yeah, not bad.
Let's see here. Yeah, well, you managed to pocket a single pickaxe.
The stealthiest orc.
stealth or
Stork.
A stork.
Stork. It's the legendary Stork. Hi.
Oh my god! Crash!
To the crystal mine.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, Morgak needs armor or something, didn't
Yes, he
I just
was.
wanted to see if you had mithril or adamantium half-plate. Just
Let
out of-
me
Just in case.
take a look here. How much that may cost?
There's a good chance I don't have enough for it, but we'll see.
we'll snatch it and run.
Chain shirt cost. Wait, that's awfully low. Chain shirt. Oh, regular chain shirt is 50. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I was gonna say mithril armor's not that cheap. There's no way.
Oh, it's sale day.
Wait,
If I remember
are there you
correct-
guys proficient in armor?
I
Um,
am.
Because mithril armor tends to be like light.
Mithril armor will categorize above the armor that it's registered as. So, like, a full plated armor will become, it'll become
medium
yeah.
arc becomes light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in Pathfinder. But
That's also a
it's still-
3.5 thing.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the big thing about mithril armor for heavy and half plate essentially is it does not give you disadvantage on stealth, which would be nice. But
Mhm.
it would prefer adamantium.
Yeah.
Mm,
So he comes back and he says he doesn't have any adamantium because it's extremely rare, but he does have a breastplate of mithril armor that he is willing to sell you.
How much?
One slave.
One
Chris,
slave.
Get over it.
Wow.
So he says that it'll cost you 1,000 gold for it.
There you go.
Okay.
Alright. Anyway, we can get that knocked down to 900.
Roll
yeah, we
for
can spend money on the armor and not on.
tell
I don't think
me.
you have a lot of people
Yeah.
around buying armor.
So, oh, you're suggesting that he doesn't have a lot of people needing any weapons or armor, really?
Yeah.
He kind of scoffs at that assumption. He's like, "Boyo, there's plenty of people that want to buy my armor. It is fantastic. So if you want me to lower the price, you're gonna have to give me a little bit extra."
Maine, Canada, Russia.
I look behind me and see that there is no line, and look back and say, "Are you sure?"
It's like he points to all the slaves using pickaxes and the guards with their shiny plates, breastplate armor. He's like, "Yeah, pretty sure."
Yeah, out of character, is it okay if I spend 1,000 on Mithril? I'm just talking to the party.
I mean, I don't really buy much, so I don't really mind.
Fine.
I mean,
Well,
come
you
there
probably
time
know
that I
the-
be that one hexblade thing and end up getting a shield and some better armor, maybe. But right now, go ahead.
Do what you need to do, boy.
Okay.
And you should kind of know what Cribsam would say, so...
It's like, "You didn't let me get that slave that was a minotaur, and you're buying armor!"
Exactly. Even just with more persuasion and annoying.
Yeah.
Condescending.
As long as you give Hivsam a minotaur slave, he will be happy.
No, 15,000 gold for my mega project. And I'm good.
Oh, that too.
Your mega project.
We'll get to that eventually.
Oh yeah, ain't it the bank again?
World domination, I think.
We don't talk about banks.
Oh yeah, doesn't it fail?
I will put down.
You did not.
She's not here, so she didn't actually say
No.
that.
I will put
I
down
know.
1,000 gold in golden bars.
Okay.
So
Clunk.
this is a,
And
this is what I
His
have to
eyes
say
just
to you.
getting wider and wider.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hifsham, this is what I have to say. Nee, 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 nee.
you can't touch me. How many
My
gold
time will
bars?
come.
So
My
he
time will
his eyes go wide. He's like, "Where the bleeding hell did you get those?"
Get around.
Lich.
All right then. Here you go. He like just hefts it up to you. This mithril armor is very well made. Like this blacksmith is like an expert at his craft. It is. You don't see any soldering lines at all. Like there's no seams whatsoever. It looks just like a seamless, full breastplate of mithril armor. It is.
Impressive.
It is the shiniest thing you've ever seen. You like the shiny.
It's better than the piecemeal I usually wear.
Yeah. the wolf hide that you've been wearing for like the whole campaign.
Metal,
Sc-
whatever found on the
scraps of
battlefield.
fur. Yeah.
Alright, well, I take it it's pretty much same stats as half plate.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just equip that while we're waiting.
So yeah, you can wear like the full breastplate and you have no disadvantage on stealth. It's great.
Huzzah, guys, I can be sneaky again.
Stork.
Dork,
dark.
dork, 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 dork. Okay, so you got your shiny breastplate of armor. Hivsam and Oust, are you guys up to anything?
I mentioned getting a mask and
Yes. Okay.
He
So,
mentioned stripping down. So getting
not
freaky.
in front of everyone.
not in front of everyone. Okay.
He makes a tiny hut.
You're really milking that ritual.
Use your resources as much as you physically can.
Absolutely.
So what you were saying is that I should have actually done that. Got it.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Wait, he was the paladin? Oh my fucking Christ! Aw, damn it. I
What?
You just
do
seduced
have
a
a
paladin,
tap.
yes.
Yes, you did.
Fuck. No, well, you,
And the paragon of hope and
you
Hope and
realize
chivalry.
that her alignment is neutral. You can't guilt trip her.
That's not a trait of neutrality, but okay.
She's also an assassin.
And a woman.
Ouch!
Hey, no, that's a good thing.
Oh, I succeeded.
Women,
Okay.
women in my campaign have advantage against guilt trips.
Everybody turn into
What
women
kind of
characters.
role would you even make for a guilt trip? History?
Oh, yep.
Okay.
What about
why
that
not?
time in high school that you told me about?
Read
Yep.
There you go. Guilt
Hey,
trip, right there.
He's got a +1 to that too. Oh.
I regret nothing.
Impressive.
Yeah. Okay. So, going back to you, Hifsam, you successfully attuned with the mask and morph yourself into the foreman. You are now naked. And the clothes
Naked dwarf.
and the clothes that you have to change into are your elf clothes. They are tall, but they are not wide. You don't have anything on right now.
Said he had dwarf clothes.
I
Oh,
had dwarven clothes.
when did you pick up dwarven clothes?
I did when I was the other dwarf guy. You remember?
It was the mayor was male. Oh yeah. I think he was a male dwarf. Wait, no, he wasn't a male dwarf. He was a regular human. He was just portly. So you were wearing your clothes. I remember this. You were wearing your clothes with the mayor as the mayor. That's why the guards were so confused as to why you were wearing commoner clothes and you're the mayor of the town. But you managed to convince them that even though you had an Eastern European accent and you were wearing commoner clothes, you convinced them that you were actually a mayor.
A Scottish accent.
Oh, okay, Scottish.
And
Yeah.
then minor illusion. No. I think I broke the clothes and minor illusion did, or silent image did, something like that.
Silent.
Either
Minor.
way,
Oh wait.
Minor
can't
illusion
previous
in-
vegetation create objects like small objects.
I
No.
have a silent image on will.
So
I'll use
silent
this one.
image. I
Okay,
think you have
follows
to
him, it's
continue.
perfect.
Do you have to continuously cast that to follow you, or is it you can use your action
Yeah,
to
it
cause
can
an image
follow.
to move at any spot?
Move to any spot within action. Basically, it moves with me.
Okay, so you got 10 minutes of clothing
And
before you're
outer
naked
appearance,
again.
It appears natural for the image.
Okay, so people would have to make a successful int or investigation check against your spell save DC to see through the image. So, I'm gonna say that Morgak and Oust, you guys see Hifsam, or what you think is Hifsam. It's like a dwarf. As you look at this individual, I want you all to make an investigation check, please.
Oh joy.
Who the bloody hell is this?
There's no way
I don't
I'm
know.
Nope.
Oh!
Of course it would be him. Of course. So Morgak, you just like, oh. You look. You can see right through the image. You see what was clothing, but now is a naked, hairy dwarf just strutting towards you, smiling.
Okay, was originally feeling bad about spending 1,000 gold. Now he does not.
Morgak also vomits off to the side into his old armor.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, he comes to him and asks, Morgak, where did you get that armor?
Also, speaking of that, Morgak. Are you
Okay,
going to
he maintains
sell
his
your old
composure.
armor back to the dwarf.
I'm gonna hold on to it. The sun's down there and he doesn't have armor. I'm putting that on.
Yeah. So, Hifsam, well, Morgak, for one, you managed to maintain your composure and not throw up
I have
as you
long
see
since
this.
learned not to look into those things.
You have seen some really messed up things in your time, but seeing a naked dwarf is one of the first and last times you ever want to see that.
Since images, oh no.
Sam, keep doing that. I'm checking.
He basically sends you an image of what is like Burt Reynolds on that fur carpet naked, but dwarf. It's just like in a fireplace. Yeah, think naked Burt Reynolds, but dwarf version. Yeah.
That's good.
In the meantime, Oust is still just practicing fire on torch.
Okay. Roll for Arcana and see how you do with the torch practice. You're getting pretty good at making the flame go up and down, up and down. Still
Our
trying to
people
work
get
on your
the side
side.
of it.
Okay, in the meantime, I want to go and search for those slaves that they enslaved when they stole the stuff. You know.
Oh yeah, the young elf girl and her 2 male compatriots.
And
Yeah,
we have to keep in mind, his voice still sounds like him, right?
it does. Yes.
Just turn
So I'll go as a dwarf.
All right. So you go and we'll say roll for perception and see if you can track down these people because it is a big mine. Right now there are some slaves working away at this area, just kind of like helping the blacksmith forge some more pickaxes and work on carts.
Like
you-
blonde hair with like some gray, right?
a platinum blonde hair with just wisps of gray in it. Yeah.
Got it.
This is the
Beard.
So, Hivsam, you do not see any of those people that you saw previously in this area. So this whole like workshop area is like, no, they're not there.
Okay, I'll go for the guards and ask him something like, "Oi lad, did you see what were the orcs?"
I wonder if he actually
Anyway,
sounds right.
Are you looking for
I'll
orcs
describe
or are you
them.
looking for the elf
No.
girl and her 2 friends?
The orcs
They're
we're
elves,
looking
okay.
for are the
I'm looking for these elf girls, where they are, and I'll describe them, how they look like and everything.
Okay. Roll for deception first.
Evil. Oh,
They are convinced that you are the foreman. So,
And
I am totally the foreman. So
I am totally not elf in disguise, number 2.
Mhm.
I'm totally not a naked dwarf.
Yeah.
The illusion.
oh God.
Oh right, they didn't make their investigation rolls.
Oh, no.
They have to make their investigation.
Why
rolls
did I
if
say
they're
that?
suspicious.
It's fine.
Yeah, they should make when they're
You
suspicious.
know,
Does 15 doesn't make it either?
It's
'Cause
on
it's-
par, right?
It's on par. Okay, so it doesn't count. He almost made it. All right.
so I have a question.
Yeah.
For half a second, he imagined you naked, and now he is questioning his
He
sexuality.
thought your clothes shimmered a little, and he's like, "What?" Oh.
My question is,
Why are you looking at me like? Where is those dwarf elves?
What's
Where's
your
the
question,
bell?
Lydia?
okay, my question is, would they write in a sexual harassment report if this did happen and they did see through the illusion?
I feel like they'd be wondering why he was a mage, first off.
They'd be wondering why he was naked. They wouldn't even see the clothes. Well, actually, they'd see past the clothes, so they'd be like, "Why are your clothes like invisible?"
They like, not question
Grim
the
Samuel's
clothes.
down on his knees
No.
and just says, "You're the
You are the chosen ones. You saw past my illusion spell. Excellent, boys. You're getting a promotion now. Well done.
You're a good guard.
No, they don't see past it. They see you're wearing clothes.
Aye. Because I wear them.
Because I wear them. What else do you do with clothes? Anyway.
You have like a character's
I don't know.
quote channel.
So they say that those particular slaves are in the gold mine, and they ask you, "Why do you ask? Do you want us to get them for you?"
Yeah, bring them here. And do it fast. I'm in a hurry.
All right. So we'll say that they both hurry off in one of their little carts, and they start taking one down to the gold mine. You wait about we'll say about 15 minutes. Is there anything you guys want to do in that time, really? Not much?
Not exactly.
Okay.
I'll look around and, command the guards. What are you doing? Watch that guy. He's slacking off.
And the guard just looks at you scared. He's like, oh, right, of course. And he takes out his whip and starts whipping this guy. He's like, ah!
What's happening with you, animal? That's
Oh my god!
Place.
Is this the average Monday?
Yeah,
So-
that's Monday.
Ugh.
So,
I don't want to work there.
Where are those lads?
yeah.
Oh
Nice
my
schedule.
god, it's Starbucks.
Can I get you guys all to roll for perception with the exception of Liddy because she's busy doing her thing?
I mean, I can see really hard if you want.
Yeah.
See through the earth itself.
Fall under the mysteries of the earth. Morgak does not
19.
understand.
I know nothing. And then Hiv Sam.
Looks over and sees us.
Oh, what? Perception?
Like,
Yes, perception.
Aye.
Excellent. So Oust and oh no, that was Lydia. Oh, okay, no.
Dude, deception?
It's fine. Hiv Sam and Oust, you both look towards this area, and you find a very recognizable individual walking towards your general direction, flanked by 2 guards. It's the foreman.
Wow.
I'll send a message to the Morgak to talk with him and distract him, and I'll move closer to the mines. Here.
Okay. All
Oh
right.
god, is he wearing the same clothes
No,
as that? Oh no.
no, he's not. They're completely different clothes. He's wearing armor, and he's carrying his warhammer with him.
Morgak approaches the foreman, I guess.
All right. What do you say to him?
Hey, foreman.
He's like, "Aye, what is it?"
I'm going to the Crystal Caves.
All right, and
I'm just making sure you know. I didn't know if there's like a thing you have to go through and tell people.
he's like, "Well, normally we don't let people go down there by themselves, but you seem like a capable individual, so I'm sure it's fine. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta talk to the blacksmith over there."
Oh, out of curiosity, do you guys actually have adamantium and it's just keeping from me?
This is a gold and iron ore mine. We don't have adamantium. That's being kept in our capital.
Capital.
Always heard about that stuff.
It fetches a pretty penny. That's why we keep it there.
That in mind. That
You know,
wasn't supposed
I
to
don't
come
mind
out
ruling
so threatening, but
justice. Especially if I was almost about to get paid.
Yeah.
alright. I
Okay.
wanted to know.
Alright. Well, you have fun down there. Try not to get yourself too killed. Ha ha! And he just like
Cubes.
nudges one of the guards, and he half-assed chuckles. He's like, yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Are either of those two the ones that I harassed the other day? Like calling them or hypocrites?
No. No, these are
Just
different
wanted
guards.
to make sure.
Yeah.
That would've been a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he makes his way, and we'll say about 15 minutes have now passed, if Sam, and the 2 guards start bringing their cart down here, and they have the 2 males with them, but they don't have the female. And the guards hop out of the cart here, and they drag these 2 guys out of the cart with them, and then throw them to their knees, and it's like, here you go. By the way, we couldn't find the young elf chick. I think she went down to the Crystal Mine. She's part of the next group that's going down there.
Aye. Alright. Leave me with these 2 lads. They're going to interrogation with me. You saw nothing.
Righto! And they're just like, whatever, I guess, yeah.
Okay,
and
I'll
they
take
get
them somewhere where nobody can see us and cast invisibility on 3 of us with level 4,
okay.
while telling them in my mind who I am, to remember who I am and to follow me closely while I was navigating them with my mind, and not to try anything stupid because they will die if they do so.
Okay. What I'm gonna do first, though, is because these guys are peasants, just for flavor, we're gonna see if they see through your clothes, because that's gonna be fun if they do.
Well,
And,
So, one guy is like, alright. The other guy is just like, ah!
does he need to make a constitution
Hey,
throw?
I'm not gonna make him know. He's just like,
Please.
dude, do you not see this guy? He's like, it's the
heck?
foreman. It's like, he's naked. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He looks perfectly fine to me. Like, what's going on?
Even weirder look to the other guy.
Just to let you know, Sam, that's a 10-minute concentration. I'm assuming you recast this on yourself a second time.
Yeah, I can cast it on will, the silent.
Yeah, this is like a level 1 spell, so you should be fine.
No, I have, I use no spell slots, I have...
Oh, you can consistently do that. Okay, I was just wondering about that, because I was like, if this one's out, this is going to be interesting, but...
You know what
Yeah.
you can do with that is you can Metal Gear Solid some
Nice.
shit and just make a box around you and just walk around.
Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, so yeah, this one guy's just like, I can't look at him, just whatever, I guess.
Okay, now, wait a second, I'll need to see something.
Okay.
How much does invisibility last? Up to 1 hour. I'll
So-
tell them and send a message to Morgak that somebody will hug his hand and to move carefully. And I will tell them to go and hug his arm and follow him wherever he go and to move faster to the crystal caves while the spell lasts.
Okay, so you are currently here. The foreman is currently talking to the blacksmith, and the blacksmith is
We're
like,
invisible, by the way.
yes. So the blacksmith is like talking to the foreman a little bit puzzled. He's like, didn't I just see you over there with the oak fella and his buddy? You weren't carrying your warhammer or anything. He's like, what are you even talking about? I've been at the bar. And he's just like, wait a second. Let's see if he puts 2 and 2 together here. He does. He does. He's like, I'm going to have a talk with that young man over there. And he points to like the Oust and Morgak as they're just standing around. And Hivsam, you were like running in this direction? Or you were walking...
No, towards
Towards
where I
Morgak.
put my clothes.
To where, okay, yeah, so that would have been probably in this area here. As you...
Still invisible.
Yeah,
yeah, he's invisible, but the 2 elves are not. They're just like falling
They
closely
are.
behind. Oh, they are. You
Cast
cast invisible? Ah.
Yeah, I casted.
Him
I have a
and
4
2 people
spell.
he was next
Yeah.
to.
It's greater invisibility, yeah? That you did?
No, it's I'll drop it here.
Yeah.
Basically, all of my spell slots, because I'm warlock, are 4th level, so I can cast it on 4th level. You know, like.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So. Skippy depth.
Because I know greater invisibility can... you can cast it on another individual as well, but...
Hold up.
Just wondering.
Hold up.
Oh, creature you touch becomes invisible. 1 action, 4th level spell. You can target 1 additional creature for each slot above the second. Ah, yes. That's correct. Okay, good. So they're both invisible along with you.
I thought about everything.
Yeah. And they get advantage on stealth checks and all that good stuff. So you're at this corner here. You're picking up your clothes. And as you do so, you notice that the blacksmith is pointing towards Morgak and Oust. And the foreman is now swiftly walking towards Morgak and Oust with a frowny face on him.
Oh no. I
Yeah.
am so much of the scared.
Please.
Oh, do not do.
Do not do it, please. So the foreman and the 2 guards reach you, Morgak. Oh, we had to have Sam head out, but that's okay. We'll...
No, I left
Oh.
because there was some bug with the interface.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, we're good.
Oh, Smacks, while this is while they're hustling with all of that, I want to go to the store and take back the gold we lost on the transaction. I want to steal back the.
Oh no.
Wait, hey Sam, did you know that I spent that while you were off trying to save elves?
I mean,
Well,
he probably asked about
He
your
doesn't.
shiny
He asked about your shiny new armor, but didn't really get to that. So it's like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Stick around to talk, so I couldn't explain anything.
yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just like,
That-
oh,
that's
he's got shiny new armor, and that's all you know. You don't
I
know.
don't know how much it
anything.
cost.
So the foreman and the two guards that are flanking him are now talking to Morgak and you, Oust. He's like, "Where's the creepy one? The one that talks with a funny accent?" You don't know?
You mean you, bro?
When did you get here? What?
So, do you...
I'm not talking to him, talking to her.
Oh, she didn't. She's not there yet.
I know. I'm just making jokes.
Yeah, she's joking. She's joking. All right, so Morgak, make a deception roll, please.
No, I literally don't know where he is.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good
So
point.
persuasion.
It's persuasion, then.
Smaxy.
Orcs,
I know where this.
orcs can totally lie.
I just
Oh,
don't know
well,
how.
I guess I've got to look at it.
Oh, look at that.
Woo!
He's like, "All right, how about you, laddie?" And he points to you, Oust. "Where's your friend?"
I mean, I'm about as sure as he is, so... Sorry?
Persuasion roll, please. Oh, look at that.
And,
Shrugs.
Oh!
yeah.
So he's just like, "I know you guys are up to something, but I can't put my finger on it. I got my eye on you." And he's just like,
Onto the creepy kid.
and he's like, "Come on, boys, let's go. We'll find them some other place then, I suppose." And he starts heading in
I
this.
just kind of stop him and say, "Wait, what's happening? What went wrong? Did we do something?"
He
or-
suspects you guys are up to something, but he doesn't know what. He's just like, you're suspicious to him.
I came down here to buy some armor, and I made my intentions clear. I'm going to
Okay,
the
listen.
cave.
If you guys aren't up to something, then your friend is, because he seems a little wily. To the foreman that.
That's fair. But
Hey.
Oh,
Okay, never mind. You're not wrong.
fantasy racism. Yay.
he's an elf, and that's understandable.
Mhm.
Get
Well-
an elf, but
Hey.
Excuse me. Sending messages.
You're half of us, you peasant.
excuse me, ma'am. The assassin's saying things like that.
Who beds the
Paladin?
Uberman?
No, I don't think. Anyway,
Continue.
moving on to the mines.
Anyway,
Do I feel the tongue on my hand at some point?
not quite. I was about to get to that. So the foreman and his two guards flanking are now coming around the corner where you are, Hivsam, with your friends. Just for funsies, let's give you a stealth check with advantage and see if they notice anything funky going on. I'll get you to roll just like one single roll for all three of you.
Privsam or
Hivsam, yes.
Privsam?
Oh, sorry, what? you're breaking.
Make a stealth check with advantage, please.
Come on, one more time.
I'll be right back.
Okay,
Hey.
16. Okay.
16. Let's see what he does.
20.
Oh, that almost was a crit fail. So this foreman seems to be very attuned with a certain type of magic, illusion spells specifically,
And
and
he sees right through your clothing.
he sees.
Or lack thereof.
No, well, he sees a form, a shimmering form. This is from his perspective. You guys can't see this, but he's got like a shimmering form around some invisible entity that is about his height, along with two other taller shimmering forms behind this entity, just hiding around the corner. And Hivsam, can you make a dexterity throw for me, please? And do that 3 times for all 3 of your friends.
I can.
Nope.
Okay, so you and one guy makes it. The other guy does not. So,
Jenkins, no.
the foreman immediately rounds the corner, sees this form, is like, "Aha! I got you now!" and he smacks his hammer into the ground, and a huge cacophonous wave just like fires out in towards your direction, and you do not take that much damage, but we'll see how the other guys do here. Okay, so that's not horrible. 7 thunder damage to your friend who failed the dex save, and you guys got 17. You guys passed on that. It was supposed to be con save, but I'll just do dex because you're trying to dodge it for funsies here. You on a failed save take 2d thunder damage. Okay, so yeah. And which is unsuccessful, you take half. So we're going to say that you take 3 thunderous wave damage along with your friend. The other guy takes 7. And all 3 of you get...
How much did I take?
You take 3 total.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So with that, I believe that the invisibility spell now dissipates.
Well, I think it's concentration.
A spell ends if the target attacks or casts a spell. Oh!
So we have to do a concentration
yeah,
check.
so concentration check?
So Constitution, I believe, is the save for that.
Let's see if you make a con save.
I don't know.
Wisdom save, because isn't it wisdom based?
Is that how it goes?
I might base it
But
off
it's a
of
con
like...
save. We're
It
doing
is a con save. Oh, okay.
Concentration, right?
Concentration, yeah.
Yeah, so it's your ability to endure things. So
Yes.
Constitution.
Perfect.
Okay, so
Alright.
Constitution
So-
it is then.
Con save. Oh. And
I'll give that to you. We'll say that you managed to maintain the spell at the 14. So you're still
And I'll send
invisible.
them run.
Okay. So the 2 individuals, the 2 young men, start running up this direction here.
don't they have slave collars on, though?
Yep.
Oh, great.
And I tell them to not run there.
Oh, you tell them.
well.
Too late.
No, I
Yeah,
tell them
the-
to run to the crystal caves. Yeah, probably. They do not hear.
Yeah, they did not hear that. You just said run, so they're running up here to escape to the surface. So while they do that, he's like, bloody hell! And he decides that he's not going to pursue the 2 that are heading up here, but he's going to deal with the individual that is right here. And
Let's go into the cave.
he lifts up his warhammer and points it in your general direction, Hifsam, and he's like,
Oh, boy.
identify yourself or die!
Why, Foreman? I'm you.
I'll send a prestidigitation with the sound "feast on my genitals" and start.
Oh, no.
With a chatbot sound, not to recognize mine.
You do that where you are or somewhere else?
Somewhere else, of course. Somewhere around the forge.
So you prestidigitation what exactly?
Feast on my genitals.
Yeah,
apparently.
and-
Just the
Run.
words?
Just the words, like "feast on my genitals."
Does
Not
it,
my voice.
oh, so it says it in this general direction.
Yeah.
Roll for deception.
With disadvantage.
No, I'll give him just regular. Yeah.
Sadly.
Your deception's good. You got this, man.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
Your deception's terrible. You'll fail.
That's better.
Was that
My
better?
deception.
No, now it's equaled out. I don't know, though. See, it's
Okay,
equaled
that
out.
was equaled out, yeah.
So 11 versus a 13. He is not distracted by this whatsoever.
But he's still running, so.
Oh, he is in hot pursuit. He sees you. The other 2 guards are just following right behind the foreman. They have no idea what he's chasing after, but he's like, come on, lads, chase him down.
Throw a hunger of Hadar behind you.
So
No,
where-
that would be way too identifying.
Nah,
Wait,
that's a concentration, it will break.
yeah.
Oh.
Where are you
That
running?
way.
Wait, this way. Okay, so you're down here and you're running in this direction here.
Yep.
Okay. Morgak and Oust, you see just the foreman wearing full armor and holding his warhammer, with 2 guards in tow, booking it down in this direction here. Prior to that, you heard a cacophonous thunder sound
And
come from this
someone
direction,
shouting.
and someone shouting,
Beast on.
basically shouting, say, if you don't identify yourself, I'm going to kill you, kind of thing. So now all you see is just like the foreman and the 2 guards running in this general direction here, chasing after something. What you don't know.
Yeah, I'll send them. I'll be in the mines. Probably.
Oh, so you send him a mental communication. I'll be in the crystal mines.
I'm
Probably.
half expecting you to dive into the water or something.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, says it been
I'm
20.
in a full sprint.
Yeah, it's been over 20 minutes. Well over 20 minutes. Let's get going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you want to bet he's dead by the time we get there?
No bet.
No bet.
That's fair.
Okay.
We work
So
our way, slowly but surely.
what I will say right now is because you're running, I'm gonna make you do an athletics check, please.
A what? Dex?
Athletics check. This is for Hivsam.
Ah, yes.
We'll see how that many years of smoking has. Oh no! The many years of smoking pipes have not done you any justice, my friend. He is gaining on you right now. I'm gonna make you do one more athletics check, please.
Can I, in the meantime, try again to deceive them?
Natural
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay, so this time I'll make a rumbling sound here. No, here.
Okay.
What would that?
So roll for deception.
You'll do terribly. Yes,
Ah.
it worked! It worked! Haha!
I don't think he's gonna get a nat 20, but we'll see. Oh, that was horrible.
Excellent.
So you make a rumbling sound so loud that it sounds like the cave is starting to crumble and collapse in this ear. It's like, we gotta make sure that's not a big problem. We're gonna have to wait till later. We'll catch up to him. I know who that is. And he just like immediately turns and starts running in this direction. He's like, come on, lads. Let's make sure there's not a cave in. Or we'll be stuck here. So yeah, the guards and the foreman decide to cut their pursuit short and head towards this direction to make sure that there isn't like a giant cave-in happening. Because this is the only exit to the surface, unless you want to go on the river, which is going to be a long and arduous trek. So you managed to...
Hint for later.
Yeah, you managed to sneak these guards, slip these guards, grasp for now. But the foreman is very certain that it was you, Hivsam, that was invisible. He doesn't know who the other 2 individuals were at all.
Yeah, and I was still in the dwarf form.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
switch out, or...?
He
I doubt I'll have time.
like I said, he's like he knows it's the same height as him, so it could be a halfling, could be a dwarf, but he suspects you're up to something, and maybe one of the figures that escaped was you, because there were 2 taller figures and 1 shorter figure. So he's like, okay, there's like they came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. No, you came in with like 4 people because there's 4 of you in the party. So he suspects there's another 2. It is possible that it could have been Lydia's character and Hivsam plus unknown individual who is short. But yeah. Anyway,
I'll catch them up.
so you have... We'll say you got about here before they stop pursuing you. And you're like, great, I've lost them. Morgak and Oust, what are you guys doing?
We're going down to the
Making our way
crystal
to the
mines, I
crystal-
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna start saying making our way downtown, but yeah.
Okay. So the direction that you were heading, Hifsam, is also the same direction of the crystal mines that you know of from what you've asked previous. But you're not in a cart or anything, so you're going to have to grab one of those. And the carts are located in the workshop area, as well as up here. But I'm assuming that
So
you're
I
probably
can't
going to
pass
grab
the
one of
bridge.
these. You can try crossing the bridge, but it is...
Do you really trust either your acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah, this is meant for like more carts than it is for people. The rails going like across are very, very thin. They're kind of like metal bars.
Yeah,
And then on the
I'll-
side, that's what the carts roll on.
How about this? Morgak and I grab the cart, he jumps in the cart while it goes past.
And
No
take some
problems.
clothes because you don't want to see Crimson all the time.
Okay. Okay, so where are you going to get the clothes from?
I dropped it where?
Yeah, you dropped it there. So you just like pick up the clothes that you had previously.
Yeah, I'll send somebody. Maybe who is not that frightened of Crimson's clothes.
Okay, so you get Ouster or Morgak to go get your clothes?
Whoever is willing to.
Well, they can't see you, so...
But I can tell them
You can
what
tell
to
them.
do.
Yeah.
You know?
So to save time, we'll say that...
And I'll remove the mask, not to be the dwarf,
Okay,
you know.
yeah.
Just an invisible elf.
just invisible elf. Okay. So Ouster or Morgak, who wants to get Hifsam's clothes for him?
I'm grabbing the cart.
Okay, so Oust, you can grab his clothes if you want. You don't have to.
But you'll be seeing him naked. So psychic damage every...
My bag.
I'll grab it.
Alright.
And as I grab it, I just ever so lightly move the fire onto it, making a few holes here and there. Oh well. These
Roll-
things happen.
Roll for Arcana.
Just goes up in a blaze.
I really, really hope it does.
Ah,
Roll a critical fail! Oh, okay. No, we'll say that you managed to poke some significantly slightly larger holes in the clothes that you actually wanted, but hey, you know, he will probably notice. It's fine.
Yep.
So you bring him his clothes. Hifsam, roll for perception, please. Are you there, buddy?
Also,
Oh!
if my actual spell casting traits charisma, should I be using Arcana for this?
For the moment, I'm going to have you using Arcana just because this is a specific type of home brewing that I'm doing at this point.
Okay.
But later on, we can decide what to use for it specifically. If Charisma gives you advantages on stuff, then we'll probably just end up using it that way because you are a sorcerer. So,
please.
yeah. Yeah, it gives you a little bit better boost there.
Intelligence of +1 with things. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not a big boop.
No. So Hifsam, you're like, I was just kind of like drops it on the ground because he doesn't know exactly where you are, and you just look at the clothes.
Immediately after I do that, though, I start walking like speedily towards the cart area.
Okay, yeah, you see Morgak grabbing one of the carts, and you're just like, here you go. Hifsam, you notice that there are several burn marks on your clothing, looking to be quite large holes in them. Your underwear in particular has a large burn mark on the rear end of it.
That's a good thing. That's not a good thing. Oh, then I'll flip the underwear.
Ah!
Way around.
Perfect.
And it gives breeze.
Yes.
God.
Yep.
Well,
A fine breeze. Thank God there's a robe that has several smaller burn holes in it.
yes. Anyway, cart.
So, Morgak, you grab
And
a
I look
cart.
at the house with slight despise.
So Morgak,
We'll
you
talk about this later.
you grab the cart. Oust.
Tries to throw the snarkiest smirk over my shoulder.
Mhm.
Not too smirky.
No,
Oh,
you're just
well.
like your performance is a little. You're just like,
Eh.
yeah, I did that. Whatever, I don't care. And he's not intimidated whatsoever by your threat. You're just like, okay, yeah, do your worst, Baldy, and just like walks
That's
off.
great. Okay.
So yeah, Oust and Morgak, you guys hop in the cart. You still don't know where Hivsam is, but you see some clothes floating behind a rock here as they start to form what looks to be an invisible man wearing some very holy robes. Not holy as in religious, but just holy as in burnt, marked. Yes, the holy buff. So do you dissipate your invisibility spell once you have your clothes on? Okay. So yeah, your clothes a little worse for wear. Now Hivsam emerges from behind the rock and he hops into the cart. And let's see how well you guys steer this, just for funsies. So who
Driving
wants
the
to be the
cart?
driver today?
What's the roll to
Depends.
drive?
What stat do we need to use to drive?
So
Holy strength.
I would say, yeah. Well, strength to you. This is the thing. Like, there's two things. There's brake, which is strength, and driving, which I will probably just use as dex.
Okay.
I'll drive.
Morgak.
I have a dex of 2. What about you guys?
Yeah, I've got a nice dexterity of +1. So.
Same.
Wondrous.
Yeah, so I'm driving and braking.
One person has to drive. One person has to brake. So you gotta choose.
Sam, you volunteered. You drive.
Okay, so Hivsam has gloriously volunteered to drive,
Yep.
and Morgak will brake. Okay, so you guys start up the cart. You get a nice push going. The velocity starts to increase as you go down the hill here, and you are speeding towards the river, and you can feel your cart start to kind of lean a bit to the right. This is where the brake would be coming in handy, so please use the brake. Morgak,
Please?
use strength.
Just straight strength.
Straight strength.
Floor it?
Strength roll.
For it.
You don't want it to floor it. You want to slow down. Yeah, this is fine. So you managed to get the cart back on track, literally. I'm funny. And
Morgak jumps in the water now.
Morgak drowns himself.
and you get across
the
the
air as he goes.
You get across the bridge, no problem. And you start to speed up again. And you notice that the track that splits off in this area is not set towards this direction, but set towards this direction. You see a
Eldritch
lever.
Blast.
So
You see a lever
Eldritch
here
Blast
that you can hit
will do
with
a-
something. So, yeah, you gotta.
I'll take a staff of withering and smack it.
Okay.
What? Strength.
So I'm going to say, yeah, we'll say that this is going to be accuracy issue. So
Okay.
Dex,
Dexterity.
yes. So roll for Dex to
So-
smack it with your staff.
Oh god.
Roll,
We go to the pits.
roll strength, sir.
What?
Oh, Hivsam, roll strength. His accuracy is not accurate, and his strength is not so strong. So,
Smack some Morgak on the back of the head.
you go to wind up and try and hit this steel, by the way, pole with your wooden staff, and it
Oh.
breaks.
By the way, guys, I just got interrupted. My younger sister's listening loud.
Oh. We
Hi.
back.
What's up, bro?
It's a mild crack, but
On the staff of withering.
yes. So the top, we'll say third, has cracked slightly. It's hanging off a little bit, like, but you've damaged your staff of withering.
Happens. To me. often.
It's supposed to be staff of withering, not staff of breaking.
Yeah.
No.
So, you guys are speedily heading towards the what I would like to call the instant break wall. Morgak, is now your turn to shine. Okay, you easily break in time well before you guys smack into this barrier, and you stop to a nice halt right about here.
I don't see any crystals.
We made a
So
wrong turn.
you made a wrong turn.
I get out and start pushing the cart back so I can make the right turn.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll use
Put it
guidance.
back.
All right. We'll save some time and say you guys get about here, and Morgak, I assume you know
Push
what
the
that lever
cart,
is. Yeah.
the track so we go the right way.
Yeah.
Start pushing.
So start pushing up here. This is an uphill, slightly uphill, to get across the bridge in the river. So you're probably going to need some help unless you roll for strength and get high on it. So
Deck or
I
save.
would say I want to help, but I'll probably go for bad.
we'll say that Morgak.
I'll use guidance and help people.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you can roll for strength again and then guidance to add a d4 in case you need to.
Well, do you want an athletics, a save, or just straight strength?
Actually, let's do athletics because you're literally pushing a cart up a slight hill.
We're fine.
Not a problem. Yeah, Morgak's got this, so he gets it
28.
up the hill, no problem, and actually across the bridge. Can I get Oust and Hivsam to roll for athletics as well, please?
Oh, I thought I was in the
And
thing.
there I go into the.
I never got out.
Oh, you never got out. Okay, so Morgak literally pushed you in the cart.
I thought everybody was in the cart while I'm pushing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll assume that they are.
Regardless, Sam made it.
Yeah, it's fine. So you guys all went like wee the whole time Morgak is pushing you up a hill. It's a great time had by all.
Forget remembers memories with his son.
All around me are familiar faces.
Yeah,
No.
I gotta find the body first.
Gorgak faces.
Mm, no one wants to remember that.
Orcish
place.
places, violences.
Key.
Mm-hmm. So you guys make it to the Crystal Caves finally. Mm-hmm. Fancy, fancy, schmancy. So
I live.
hey,
Also,
my
she-
audio's actually working now.
Did she pop out of the water somewhere? Because I swear, if she like dove out like a freaking dolphin,
She's not there.
I'm done. I'm done. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Not there yet?
Not yet. What I will say, Lydia, is you at this point Lydia would have finished her thing and
Her fun time.
and you, Lydia, will start heading down towards the caverns where they are. It's going to take you maybe about, we'll say 15-20 minutes to get down there. So you're not there yet, but you will be eventually. Oh, and your friend Reek has decided to stay back at the bar and drink his sorrows away for now.
Sorrows?
Yes, sorrows.
I thought you did a good job.
Reek.
Oh,
You're-
Reed.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill Reek. That gentleman.
Billy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. So
Oh, nah.
you guys have several directions in which you can head. Right, left, or forward.
Gonna look around for treks and see where people usually go.
And I'll guide him.
Okay. So
Guidance.
you roll for survival. I think that would be You don't see any tracks.
Yeah, that it's not gonna help.
Yeah, no. You don't notice any tracks. It's all just like dirt and rocks to you right now.
Then
I
I'll
shall look.
try.
Haha. Roll.
I
D4.
see. everything.
15.
Ah, 15.
It's pretty good.
So, Hivsam, you're kind of distracted by the pretty waterfall ahead of you. You're just like, ooh, I could go fishing in that. That looks actually quite
Wash my
refreshing.
clothes that smell like burn.
burnt toast. Yeah. Oust, you
Not-
noticed a couple of tracks leading down in this direction here.
This way, fellas. Come on.
We should make a mark for Evelyn when she comes. And I'll put a prestidigitation arrow in that direction.
No, I was just gonna take the pickaxe and bring it chunk out of the wall. That works too.
Yeah. So you guys notice right away that this entire area is covered in rather large cobwebs, and in front of you are two particular things of note. Fluorescent green mushrooms, a large amount of them in
I
that
want
corner
to
there.
prospect it.
And in front of you, a cave with cobwebs in front of it. So, what do you want to do with the mushrooms, Sam?
Mushrooms.
Yes,
Oh,
mushrooms.
I already have some mushrooms. I want to collect even these mushrooms.
Okay.
Falls in the web.
Falls in the way.
I'll do mage hand to remove the.
Okay. So you're removing how many mushrooms? Just about.
The web. He
Oh,
said.
removes the web.
Maybe 2 or 3.
Okay, so we'll say that. Hold on, I can do this. You use
With
Mage Hand
Mage
to
Hand.
get rid of that webbing there, and you also use Mage Hand to
Yep. And put
pick up
them
the mushroom.
I try
yeah.
and determine what kind of mushroom this is. I do not know.
No, you're not
Nobody does.
entirely sure what these are. So Hivsam, you lift up one of the mushrooms. I want to see how careful you are at this. I don't even know how Mage Hand would necessarily do this.
Maybe Dex.
Yeah, let's do Dex. Okay. So you try to use Mage Hand to pick up one of the mushrooms. As you do so, it seems to slip out of the Mage Hand's hand and falls to the ground here. And as it does so, it makes a little poof and
Moves away instantaneously. No thank you.
spores just kind of spread in this relative vicinity before stopping about there. So, yeah, you end up dropping it about here, and it goes in like about a 5-foot radius around it. So even this area here would be infected as well.
How flammable.
That's probably not so.
Oh, and I suppose like this would be too. Yeah. So that whole area there is now got lightly dusting of spores.
Oust just sighs.
I was to burn this thing up, sweetie. Use your new fire powers.
Fire?
Powers.
Well, fire.
Fire. Yeah.
Powers. Yeah.
Fireball.
No, not fireball.
Flame.
No.
Juggling.
Lightning bolt?
Oh yeah, and I'll run back to the entrance. Just to be sure.
Okay,
Kind of-
now fire.
I got you, buddy! Do it!
I just kind of lift the torch and try and control fire to spread out among the spider webs.
Okay.
Arcana.
I'm gonna.
Jack moves
I'll let
away.
you. I'll let you do charisma for this. We'll say that your powers have gotten strong enough to be more attuned with your sorcery. So
Okay.
I'll let you use your standard sorcery.
That
abilities.
is much obliged.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yes.
That definitely helped. Yeah. So we'll say that the
Boom.
cobwebs have no problem dissipating. As you do so, you seem to catch the edge of the spores as you do that, and this entire area just goes
Oh.
just bursts into flame, and all the spider webs have now been. Oops. Hold on, a wrong layer here. Banished into oblivion. Why is this not working? Oh, that's not. That's why it's not working. So all the spider webs have been incinerated, and the fire, now having nothing to burn anymore, will go away. I'll just clear the drawings here. So the spores have dissipated slightly. So they are now about dirt.
Hello.
Derp.
So Morgak, how do you think? Should we weaponize these mushrooms?
That's up to you.
I don't have a bag for them. I don't know
Alright,
how.
There was a
volatile-
ring of fire.
That's enough.
Proceed
It's
to
fine.
the.
It's fine. I got that.
Yeah, because you don't want to get blocked or like.
Can I get
Maybe I
you
fall.
guys to make a perception roll, please?
Oh, sure. Oh, no.
And roll well.
There we go.
And I spy with my little
Oh.
So
move backwards.
Hiv Sam, you notice just out of the corner of your eye, just that, and then it scurry off in this direction.
I ready my action and point to the Morgak or somebody to spy a little bit more and prepare Eldritch Blast in case somebody crawls out of there. We have some light spell.
Light
I mean,
spell?
Firebolt,
Throw a torch in there.
I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. It's up to you. I'm just here with Eldritch Blast. Standing by. Any
Okay.
ideas? 3, 2, 1.
Hold on. Just
No.
Let's see if prestidigitation can create light at all.
I think it can.
No. It can light torches, but not actually.
Then throw in there the torch.
Throw it in.
Yep. I throw the torch in.
Okay. So
So
you toss the torch in and do your dex, yeah.
okay.
You get it to the edge of the cavern and you hear just like a
Mage
slight.
hand.
Wait, I
there.
need to throw in that guidance bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll guide him.
There we go.
Oh, that's better. So you get, we'll say you got the torch actually a little further in the cavern. It lights up the area slightly. It looks like it goes straight down, but you're not entirely sure from where. You see maybe an outline of a figure just kind of like walking towards the entrance, though. You're not entirely sure what it is.
But we do have dark vision.
I'm
Nothing.
Dark vision only makes out the figure. It doesn't make out any physical features necessarily. Like you can't see if it's a man or a woman.
a nice firebolt for the moment that it enters this area.
Okay.
Yep.
So Morgak, what do you do?
Gonna shout out hello.
And Lydia, this is your turn to shine.
You jump out of the hole.
Cast firebolt.
So Awen
On over here.
comes out of the cavern.
What?
Oh, hey, Awen, do you want to make a dex save, maybe? I was just like screams like a girl. It's the worst monster I've ever seen. A female. Oh,
Okay, she's fine.
oh my god. She's just like, hey, how's it going, guys? And you scream, ah! And she's like,
Matrix dodge.
yeah, she just like bends backwards, and you see the firebolt go straight down the cavern and goes poof, in the back. It's just like, yeah.
How much damage to the cavern? I'm curious. I'm glad that didn't hit you.
Yeah. Slight cave in, that's all. It's fine.
She kind of like just runs her hands through her hair. It's like, managed to send a couple of hair, strands. No biggie.
Hair looks
Surprised
like
you actually
a little bit of a mess.
And I will go for. Hey, we tried those mushrooms there. They're really tasty. You should really.
Don't.
Roll for deception.
Disadvantage with Morgak saying don't.
Yes.
I trust Morgak more than you.
Okay, then we won't bother rolling for perception. Yeah, that was pretty
Thinking
weak.
that game.
But does Morgak trust you now that you just decided to stay and have sex instead of coming here?
Hey, Morgak remembers that?
Dun, dun,
So,
dun.
you know, I'll just remember that for later.
Yeah,
It's just like those
We'll see-
Telltale
we'll see
series
how good his
things.
short-term
Morgak
memory
will
is.
remember this.
I'll get him to roll history and see what happens. Wait, and then if he rolls like a crit fail, I'll be like, did I have sex with him?
Okay,
Wait, I did. No.
so what's down that cavern that you were just at?
So Alwyn, you can tell them if you want that you found a shortcut, and
Sewage
it
system, no.
And then the paladin climbs out.
not quite. No,
Oh,
there you go.
well, that will be useful later.
Yep.
Anyway, where to?
We proceed.
So you're not gonna tell her about that, whatever that was.
Nah.
Okay, cool. So
Nah.
which direction you want to go in? I'm assuming this direction where you see a bridge.
Oh, quite convenient.
Not again, the bridge. Smacks you
trust
really.
Hey guys, it's a
No.
bridge. You love bridges.
Smacks you the bridge, man. Alright, Morgak, I'll guide you.
Please guide all of us.
Okay. Morgak, roll for athletics, please.
With a d4.
It's a fairly sturdy bridge. It looks like this is fairly well maintained. Yes, you're
Can it
fine.
handle
14.
an
Yes,
orc?
14 is fine.
Yeah, I
Morgak,
changed
jump.
armor. I'm lighter now.
Yeah.
Still
And
an orc.
If
That's
Sam.
6'3".
go ahead.
Actually, if Sam,
Me.
go last so you can keep guidancing people.
Yeah. So, athletic.
Athletics.
Run!
Oh, that's
nice.
good. Yep, you're fine. Don't even need guidance, yeah. That's good.
And I'll guide
Strength.
Faust.
It's like a 12. It's like 10, so this is gonna go poorly.
Steady.
Yep, already.
Just do
Oh,
acrobatics, right?
Steady.
wait, I can do acrobatics or
Acrobatics or athletics, right, Max?
Acrobatics or athletics, yes. You can choose either or.
Well, then I do acrobatics.
Okay. So
Easy peasy.
you do several backflips and a pirouette and land here. There you go.
I'll start clapping. Bravo!
And then
6 out of 10. I mean, 8.
Oh
oh
wait, I need to add in that D4 too.
oh yeah.
There, a
Now
20.
now it's a 20, but not a nat. Still good. Owen, do you reach the end?
Just jump
right.
across.
Steady.
I don't have the control over.
Oh, it's supposed to let you control that because I have it set to determined by character settings. What?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that.
Because I
Alex jumped
dragged
right
it from
across the-
your. Can
and
you
I'm
move
going off
either
the
of those?
You
She
made
made
a.
clones.
I'm just
My
wondering.
classic
I'm just wondering if she can move
reproduction.
either of those. But she's currently coughing several
Mythosis.
mythosis.
Sounds like she died.
I can move this one.
You lived.
Which one?
I can move this.
So
Oh,
she
okay, cool.
split in two,
There we go.
And then deleted one. And now she.
Yes, she killed her clone before crossing the bridge.
But which one's the original?
You don't know. Okay, so
Whatever.
Double black backflip.
Let's see.
oh yeah, you're fine.
Easily.
Ha! You cannot match my glorious
is that?
backflips.
So before you see a head on a spike and a body right beside it, headless, of course, just lying there, chilling, a little bit of illin. You know how it do.
Anyone
Can we
familiar
like
looking?
separate head from the?
familiar looking at all? No, not really. Okay.
No, not really. No.
Usually a warning sign.
I want to check what I can see from the spiked head, impaled head.
Impaled head. Okay. Roll for investigation, please.
Yeah. Dear Watson, elementary.
Elementary, my dear Watson. So you look
Hi.
at the head, and it looks to be covered in some kind of weird slime. You're not entirely sure what it is, really. That's all you can ascertain for now.
Shall we take a head and use it as a missile in the future?
Jerry? Is
Jerry,
that you?
I'll take a head.
Oh,
I mean, I'll take the head from
The
the
head.
Is there anything on the body, or is it just slave clothes?
so the body, it just looks like slave clothes. There is no longer a collar attached to it.
That's the good thing about losing your head.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
Morgat continues.
All right.
Oh,
So
Chris Sam's
continuing
actually taking the head along.
on.
And I'll put it in my, carrying it in one arm and. See, Jerry, this is what happens when you go in slaves. You should never go in the slaves. Like those kids I tried to save, but they were too stupid to be saved.
Yeah, pretty much. So, Morgak, you're facing this direction, so you see this here.
Ta-da-ta-da.
And moving over in this direction, you guys see stone steps leading up to this here.
Oh, when you coming?
She's too startled from the head.
I think
Methinks she's still in the afterglow.
she's coming. It's the afterglow.
No, I'm trying not to cough on.
Everybody. It's okay.
Yeah.
So you go up this direction.
Hold on. What was? Oh,
Let's
what's
not
down here?
split Party.
Oh,
No.
This is pretty much all that you see. So it just leads to a couple
what's
other.
that green thing?
Those are large mushrooms that are of different color.
Oh, even more. I'll test them.
Okay, so roll for. Well, you're testing them. So are you touching them? Are you looking at them?
Smelling them.
Good old maid's hand.
Mage hand again.
Just, poke it to see if it explodes.
Okay. So where are you when this is happening? Because you can kind of.
Oh, yeah, I'll return here. No, I can't see it from here.
No,
Let's
you'd have
just
to
not.
they'd be around the corner here.
I'll go here.
Okay, so around the corner you hop down, and then you poke it with Mage Hand.
Yeah.
One of the, we'll say like the white one with the little red dot on top of it. We'll say it jiggles when you poke it.
Wow.
I'll scratch it with maid's hand.
It
You'll-
laughs.
You'll scratch it. Okay.
Yeah.
So all that really happens is like a top layer of the mushroom comes off.
Okay.
Okay. I'll not experiment with the others. I'll go back.
Okay.
No.
And back to-
backed up here. Okay.
So that is also revealed here.
Oh. Spooky side passage.
Yep. Spooky side passage. That just basically leads you back to this direction.
Just a maze.
So Hifsam, I'll get you to roll for perception one more time, please. And
Sweet.
well, actually, let's get Morgak and else to do it too to see.
Yay!
Yeah.
What in darnation? Slam.
So Oust, we'll say that you notice something rather large just hanging upside down on one of the stalactites over in that direction. But as you notice it, it kind of like skitters off as well. Looks like something's living up there.
Did any of you see that?
None of you did.
There. I don't think we're alone in here.
I would hope not.
Yeah, I saw that spire back there. Maybe I was
No, I
tripping.
was saying, like, there's other people who are mining, you know. Good
Oh, yeah, and,
instead of dead.
Our new friend Jerry 2.0, and I'll point ahead. So, which way now? Shall we
So
go to the here?
yeah, there was like a
That's what I
stone
was
steps
thinking.
going downwards.
Oh, we know there's something up there that doesn't
Just
want to
kind
talk,
of
so...
covering up the head. It's not
Oh,
there anymore.
I'll take it out of the thing.
Nope, it's just covered up. It's fine. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Backwards!
Oh, that's because I'm
Here.
using this object. Okay, so yeah, you took
Oh,
the spiked
what?
head. So back
Take
to
the spike with you.
that.
Make them
Nah.
fear you.
Yeah, like a crazy voodoo priest.
Yes.
So you see
Okay, so
stairs heading
looks
towards
like
towards this
there's,
direction, and these.
the river.
Yay!
So that's
Mushroom that explode in all colors and variation.
yes.
We're not
Fire.
touching them.
So-
I'll do a purging job.
So
Oh,
you see more mushrooms, but you also see that the mushrooms are covering up something. I'll get you to roll another investigation to see if you can figure out what that might be.
please no.
Corpse.
I'm back.
Okay,
We're
welcome back.
investigating what seemed to be. Oh god.
Sugar canes.
Looks like dinner.
Mmm.
Oh god, no, it's not dinner. Get away from there.
If Sam, you believe it's just like, oh look, more mushrooms, yum. Oust, you get an uneasy feeling about this entire area because it is literally covered in blood and mushrooms and what looks to be feet sticking out from under the mushrooms and hands.
Well, we know the mushrooms are combustible.
Do we?
Yes.
Move.
I'll let Maestro do his.
But this area also has several crystal clusters
Oh, I
around
didn't
it as
know
well.
This was a thing.
Ooh, I want
If you move
crystal.
around your character and press right click, it actually does the distance thing as well.
Morgak, would you mind
Neat.
moving, please?
Looks like I can't control this. Alright, there we go.
Okay.
There you go.
What are we gonna do right here?
Burning hands.
Right next to it?
No.
I'm just gonna get over here. I was gonna launch a firebolt, not fireball. Big difference right there. Because it's a little bit of a safer distance. But then again, it might all.
I'll
Yeah,
fire
I'll
one from
move
here.
take
as
that.
far away as possible.
You guys alright with me doing this? Do you want me to do this?
I already did it.
I think
course
that
not.
looks familiar. And,
Okay.
Of course we do.
You were hitting it
With burning hands, apparently.
Oh, no, that was with Fireball.
with firebolt right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think you have to have accuracy for that, but you did, so you're good. You fire off the bolt, and as you do so, the entire area engulfs in flames, completely burning away the mushrooms.
And corpses.
Kinda. So you burn away the mushroom. Hold on, I gotta move all this junk out of the way. Oh my goodness gracious. That's what I wanted. There we go. Okay, so you burn away the mushrooms, and
It's an orc! No!
underneath the mushrooms is smoldering corpses that begin to move and stand up.
No. No, they don't.
Yeah, they kind of
You
do.
You didn't say that. You're not telling us to roll for initiative.
Smexy.
I don't know. I
No?
depends how nice you guys are to whatever these things are, I suppose.
She's the one who threw the fire at you. Just points.
So the corpses stand up, and they're smoldering a bit, but they look completely unharmed from the fire that you just did, and the explosion kind of just woke them from their slumber of, I guess we could say mitosis,
And walks away.
metamorphosis,
The
whatever
fire
you
didn't
say.
harm them. Oh god, they're fire resistant. Fireball does nothing to them. Run away.
And they start to go like, and slowly make their way towards your general direction.
I'll do the sickening radiance.
So what I'm going to do for now, guys, is I'm going to leave it at that because we're about at 3 hours, and we'll do this battle next time. But we're going to leave it at that for now.
I was looking forward to combat.
Yeah. Such a big build up, and then just.
To be continued till next time. But the upside is that I already have majority of the next session set up. So how does next week sound?
Ooh.
Next week
Maybe.
on
I'm
Sunday.
not sure.
I got a lot ahead of myself. Like I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels ahead of this one. So I was expecting you guys to like blow through this, but you didn't. So yay! I got plenty of material to use.
Their RP related stuff.
Yeah, you did a lot of important RP related stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I tried to be the good person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
better doing that. Back to the asshole.
back to being prick to everybody. Yay!
Of course.
Alright. So that is the end of that chapter. Like I said, if you guys want to do something next week when I got a day off, we can.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I'm just going to quickly check to look at my schedule. I recently got a change of position, so now my time off is a little up in the air, so most likely it'll be during a nighttime that I'm going to be able to do this.
Okay.
I'm going to have to find it on my phone later, but yeah.
So, no sleeping again. Hooray. So I'm not sure if I can do the next week. Depends on if I'm going home. If I do, I'll not be able to. But I'm not sure yet, you know. There's a lot of things that affect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, I definitely have Thursday off, but I'm not sure if I have Wednesday or Friday off as well. So I'm going to have to double check my
Thursday.
schedule.
Friday would work for me.
Friday.
Thursday I can't.
Okay. Yeah, like I said.
do Thursday night because I work, and then Friday night I got other plans.
Okay.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, no big rush.
Wednesday
I'll
night,
try and track
I can't.
I'm a free on. Okay.
I can do Monday night, though it's impossible.
that. Yeah, I know Lydia's mostly weekends right now. It's Saturday,
I'm
Sunday.
actually available on Friday and Wednesday.
Friday and Wednesday. Okay.
And I can't Wednesday, but I can Friday. So it's basically a triangle.
Yes.
Okay. And Oust, how are you good for...
I think I'm pretty much good any day.
Okay, cool.
Might be a little bit late on Mondays, but otherwise I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tuesday. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, Tuesdays I don't have anything too.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't do Tuesday.
That's okay.
Neither.
I wasn't going to be able to do it that early anyway, so yeah. Like I said, most likely on my days off, but we shall see what happens. I'll keep you guys informed on the chat.
Kind of glad that it... Hopefully these are fire resistant, because diverse combat instead of just... Guess
Fire,
what?
fire,
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what?
Guess what? I'm doing the same thing I did the last 3 combat encounters.
Hey, man, I live that. You know what I do every encounter? Rage, smack, smack, rage.
Yeah.
Competitive, but it's glorious.
Yes.
So
I mean, it is very amusing to
Hey,
see
Morgak.
all the fire on everything, everywhere.
Mhm.
And Morgak mutilation, his worst foe in 3
Yeah,
precise.
no, he mutilates and I incinerate. It's a great combo.
Yeah.
You were
So-
saying something?
Wait, what are? I recognize these things.
What? They're
Aren't
from
they
Good
like the
chance
new
to-
mushroom monsters?
Well, maybe. Hello?
If
Hello.
yes,
Are they like the new semi-new mushroom monsters that came out with the new monsters manual? I think.
nah, I just made up my own fancy stats for them.
Oh.
Yeah, I took that idea and I made it worse.
Yeah, when you mentioned the new monsters, I expected Diablox, but this is better.
Yeah, these
I'm just
guys,
saying TPK and downed. Or
these
maybe a dead Morgan. We'll see.
the original setup for these guys, I think, are CR4. No, they're CR1. The original setup for these guys are CR1. So I'm like, nah, let's quadruple that, shall we? So I went ahead and just made them far deadlier.
I'm just saying, if one of them is an equivalent to CR1, then seven of them would be CR7.
Yeah, technically.
So this is gonna be rough.
It's gonna be rough, but I think we'll make it.
Yeah. Plus, I
Uh,
can throw a haste on Morgak and he'll be more terrifying.
I try and throw a challenge at you and not like
What's
sugarcoat
your
things, but
AC right now, Morgak?
17. I don't. Up to you, Smexy. I don't know if Mithril gives any bonus to AC.
I don't think it does.
no, I think it just gives you advantage and makes you prettier.
And,
No longer
so it's a
disadvantage
charisma
on
boost,
stealth.
I see.
Also, it does it gives you advantages. It does not raise the thing, does it?
For stealth,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, it does not give you-
No, it doesn't give you disadvantage. It basically gives you full plate without the disadvantage of stealth.
Well, half plate technically.
Half plate, yeah, half plate. Full plate is like 1,500 gold.
No, thank you.
I just can't wear full plate.
No.
Alright.
The top half's the most
Sweet.
important for you,
Yeah,
Morgak.
I
That's all you
mean-
need to worry about.
Well, your
Tony
haste
Dax.
should have a nice AC of 19. So,
And you swing like a death machine you always had.
and you get another attack. That'd
And
be
he can fly.
Yep,
not much use in caves.
you can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
Because-
you guys will be excited because I have the spell Lightning Bolt.
Oh.
Nice.
Ooh.
I mean, guys, we can't
Alright.
always just tunnel tactics. I'll block one entrance, they come through, and we just meet right.
Yeah, and I use the radiance to burn them on the other side. Slowly crispy.
And I
Even
can.
at Zertas, we could cover both entrances.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically a
Zertas
phalanx.
is come back, damn it.
I'm trying to get a hold of Mike about it, but it looks like his schedule is like the worst of everybody's because he's night audit.
Oh.
So basically, the way it works is, yeah, he's working from like 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. at the latest.
Oh.
And
That's
when he gets
terrible.
home, he basically sleeps.
Yeah.
And then while he's asleep, his wife's taking care of the kid. And while he's awake and got the days off, he's taking care of the kid. So literally, they're on like opposite ends of shifts. And when one's asleep, the other one's taking care of the baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
unfortunate.
he's kind of
Parenting.
unfortunately become a hermit at this point. So I'm trying to get him up to date on when these sessions are and see if he can maybe make a guest appearance. But at this point, it doesn't look like he's going to be coming back full time for sure.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. But he had a decent run, though. He did enjoy himself, but yeah.
So,
That's good.
plotting wise for setup, I don't know if they're smart enough to go dividing into separate tunnels or just come tunneling out. Move
We do
like,
Kevin.
Hey, it depends on what happens next time when we roll initiative.
all right. Well, I
Hmm.
do request that, if available, some people
some of y'all delay that way, so I do not electrocute you.
I mean, ideally, Morgat can make it so that they all go through this entrance here.
Morgak's
They all
immune to
funnel in a
magic. He'll be
line.
fine.
Yeah.
No, right, true.
Fine, let's test it out. Morgat, stand still.
I'm down. Bring.
He can conduct the lightning into his axe.
Yep.
He can
Oh,
lightning
dude,
bend.
that would be metal.
Yeah, it
It's
would.
gonna turn into benders then. Oof.
Lydia, I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna try to negotiate for the arrow again, the arrow blade type thing.
She'll take it off your smoldering electrified corpse. It's fine.
She can certainly try.
No, we're training a Jedi here.
Ah, yes.
And yeah,
No, no,
she's
not
the Sith
stone
Lord.
sword. I'm talking about the arrow knife.
Oh, that one.
That she stabbed
It
Morgat.
doesn't have the other one.
Wait, there was another what?
The
No.
arrow knife, the knife arrow that you can just say hit that thing and it hits.
You already gave it to me.
No, he took it back when you tried to stab. When you
Yeah.
stabbed him.
Yeah, he
No.
took it back.
Oh.
You stabbed him in the butt, I think, and then he was just like yanks it out. He's like, "You ain't getting this back now."
No, I said the return word.
It doesn't work like that. Morgat's strength is too high.
Morgan's strength not understand the word.
I mean, you
I will
could.
say, Lydia, you did have a chance to get that back from me, but
Too
you
late now.
chose sex.
You shouldn't have had sex. Aww.
This is your
Morgat
character's
gets
most
supreme
evil.
advantage on history checks right now when it comes to grudges.
Fitch.
She's got good
Alright.
persuasion though, so we'll see if she comes up with a good excuse.
That
Orcs
is an
are really good at holding
unpassable
grudge.
check, I
Mhm.
think. Entirely unpassable check.
Next time, guys. Next time.
Next
Yes.
time, yeah, we'll see how it happens after you guys finish killing whatever these things are,
Or die.
Or die
or
trying.
die trying. Exactly.
Yes.
If only that had advantage.
Morgat instead has advantage.
Yeah. Her
Gets 2 rolls.
her eyes get as big
matter
as
what I roll.
saucers, and she just like clasps her hands together. She's like, "Please."
Morgat is immune to cuteness and exception to nerf.
With the exception of Ner.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys. When I rage, I'm immune to charm.
Ha! You and your feminine wiles will not work here.
No.
I mean, he was married, so obviously I'm not going to use on him.
No.
You know what happened to his wife.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh.
They're estranged at this point. It's
Yeah. That's
It's
one
going
way to
through a rough
Morgat
time.
is also like a middle-aged orc.
no.
He's
Morgak is not.
He's old.
Morgak is near geriatric.
Old orc.
He's 45, so he's up there.
He could die tomorrow. Who knows? Especially
But-
this line of
As
work.
long as it's a glorious death, Morgat's fine with it.
That's the thing. Like
No.
Arwen is into older men. Look what she did with that paladin dude. It's fine.
Actually, technically speaking, he is still pretty young for her.
Yeah, that, and he's an orc, and you're more into people
So
who
what
aren't
you're
green.
saying is Arwen's a pedophile.
And Elveneers, yeah. Thank God we're not measuring Elveneers.
So we've got him, Sam, as a pedophile. It's the elves. It
excuse
all
me.
makes sense.
Excuse me, when did I do that? Except when,
That one time at band camp, don't you remember?
no.
That's probably because you were wasted.
Makes
Oh.
sense.
You hit on the only first chair violinist that was like about, I think she was probably 27 at the time. So yeah, that's damn close to pedophilia for an elf.
I don't remember that.
That doesn't make it okay.
It was all the
Here's my
peppermint
logic.
schnapps that you were drinking.
Here's my logic with the whole like elves thing.
I'm doing a rewind, I really don't remember.
With elves, since they live for so long, they
Reference me the video, I'll need to look at that.
I was
Okay.
joking. There is no
I'm feeling
video.
some deception right now.
What's the Elven logic?
thank you, Morgak. Everybody's so rude.
We are
I'm
not
still
rude.
technically holding your weapon away from you, so I don't know.
I
Maybe
didn't,
it's rudeness,
didn't stab you today.
That doesn't make it any better.
but you threatened to electrocute me. I think that still counts.
Yeah, no, that's even worse even.
Well, you said you were immune to magic, so you shouldn't be worried.
Doesn't mean the threat's nice.
It's
What if I wasn't
fine.
immune to magic? What then?
Pat, just here we go.
She'd say heads up first.
Morgak pokes his heads up one.
Just looks straight up. Oh, yep, those are stalactites, all right.
Crikey, mate, that's a big stalactite. You can tell it's a stalactite because it holds tightly to the roof.
Wow.
But I would the elf thing is like, since they live for so long, age is quite literally nothing but a number, and they will only like view other races if they find them attractive enough.
It's fair.
And
So what you're saying is elven great grandmothers are getting it.
I would not
Think
be
about it.
surprised. I mean, I have an elven character who has 30-year-old daughters, who is currently in a relationship with a 25-year-old paladin.
That's not that big.
That's complex.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, if you ever want a character that's gonna have a kid in the campaign, just for fun, elves are the best ones to do it.
Mhm.
Or Warforged. Called adoption. Come on, guys.
Uh-huh.
Like a 500-year-old Warforged. And here is my adopted son, Timothy.
What race is he? How dare you bring that up?
Halfling.
Smack.
There's a character that I play in another campaign, and we got into like a gender argument, and I play like a slimeling bard, so I'm like anthropomorphic ooze, but I have humanoid traits, and they're just like, what exactly is Gloop? Is he a male or female? It's like, I don't identify as any gender. I'm gender fluid. And they're like, because you're an ooze? I'm like, yep!
I slowly applause, but I have to push the talk.
That's a high quality. I have no words to describe it.
That was
I applaud you, sir.
That was my best joke ever for that evening.
Alright, well,
pretty
you gotta
good.
hop offline, guys, so have a good night. Gotta be out here for an early morning.
Oh yeah, I gotta head off too. So you guys have a wonderful night, and like I said, I'll keep track of what exactly days I have off, and we will talk then.
All right. See you then.
Alrighty.
Night.
Good
night.
night.